we're back with episode 2 of the QBC Sports Podcast. I'm here with Ryan Carvalho. I'm your host, Aiden Quilter. Today we are without AJ again.
Sadly.
Really seems to be like we're never in the same room together.
It is really sad. But, when it does come true, when the stars align, it will be one of the greatest moments in this podcast history. I promise you.
Yeah.
What?
Last week we filmed, didn't go live. That was just me and AJ without you.
And the week before that, we went live with Ryan Landry and then me and you. And now we're back another Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a great Sunday.
It is
a lot of good
Sunday.
stuff.
A lot of fun. A lot of things on the agenda today.
A lot of things.
We have, I think, 7 or 8.
7 or 8, yeah. And some interesting topics, too. Yeah.
A lot, yeah.
All right, let's kick it off.
Kicking it off, got the Cardiac Cats munching Munich.
Crazy game. Long game, I'll say.
It was a long game.
Giants fans had to wake up pretty disappointed. It sucks. By the way, in Germany, it was 6 o'clock there. And it ended at 7, yeah. So it must have been rough there. But it was a great atmosphere. I'll say that. But nonetheless, the Giants lose. It was a really, really bad game for the Giants because Daniel Jones kept missing wide open targets over and over again. And it's like it comes to the point where Brian DeBall is straight up just looking at Daniel Jones on the sideline like, what else can I do for you? You got wide open guys that are running great routes, and you're just not throwing the football to them.
Yeah.
So it comes to the point where I can't make a play. I can't get a better line. You're just not throwing the football good. And that's something I can't control. So the ball, they're already out of a winning mentality now. That's already gone. That's out the window. So the thought is now, where do you go from here? Do you just let Daniel Jones do his thing, lose out for the rest of the year? Because it was a bad game for Jones. Of course, Tyron had the fumble that, kind of ended the game.
Yeah, speaking of Tyron Tracy, don't mean to cut you off there, but I do. He's definitely the highlight of that game.
100%, because he did pretty well.
18 rush attempts for 103 rush yards, 1 touchdown, 1 reception for 1 yard, and then he dropped a fumble.
Yeah, and that was the only bad thing he had that day. And really, Tyron Tracy is a really good running back. And I think
Tyron Tracy Jr.
Yeah, I wonder if his dad played NFL. But
maybe
he's a good running back. You were talking about before that maybe he fills the Saquon role. I don't think he can. I don't think any running back can fill the Saquon role.
What's your argument on that?
Is that the fact that Saquon basically carried the entire Giants offense. And right now, what I saw from that game, Neighbors carried the entire offense, if at all, if anyone's carrying it. So pretty much just a broken back at that point. The Giants offense is horrible. The only person I can blame for that is Daniel Jones. Because I'm pretty sure if you put Drew Lock in there, I'm pretty sure it'd be a pretty good offense. Because it has the right weapons. Wandell's good. Jalen Hyatt's really fast.
Well,
and Malik Neighbors.
Daniel Jones is on a guaranteed contract, correct? Where he's going to get paid every single dollar.
No, the reason why they haven't cut him yet is because the cap hit's too high. Because if they get rid of him before this free agency, it's like $40 million, $60 million cap hit, which they cannot afford. So that's why they're waiting to the end of the year. So they're going to draft the QB. It's either going to be Cam Ward or Cam Ward. Because if they take somebody like, I don't know, Jackson Dart or Carson Beck, which both of those QBs are mid. But I like Jackson Dart more than I like.
Jackson Dart is good.
I don't like Carson Beck at all. There's too much, if you've seen the stuff he posts on Snap, it's horrible. And the things he sends to people.
That's the Georgia quarterback, right?
Yeah. There's been snaps of him. I can pull it up. It's literally just a snap of him it says he sent it to his girl. And it's like, can you run me over with your car?
I was just about to say that, yeah.
That's so horrible. Because I understand you kind of suck at NFL football, but college football.
NFL football.
Yes. But
NFL football, folks.
Yeah, you lose to Ole Miss. What do you expect? They're not a good team. Dart's not bad. I won't lie with you. But above all else, the reason why I think the Panthers won the game is because they were happy. I can't lie with you. That's not how people look at football today. But every time I looked on the Panthers sideline, someone was smiling. When I looked over on the Giants sideline, it looked like their entire team was on fire. It looked like everyone was about to start crying. Even Brian Burns, who had 3 sacks against his revenge game, he's looking there just sitting on the ground. They're down by 1 score. It's like everyone's so sad. I don't understand why you can be that sad when it's such a close game. And on top of all else, you weren't really that far away from winning the game. I mean, Greg Gannell missed a 43-yarder that would have put the football game tied. Of course he did, because he's a horrible kicker. No one wants to accept that fact, but you know what you do. But above all else, you got to realize that the Giants are tanking and the Panthers slightly less worse. And that's simply because Bryce Young is a good QB. And I will stand by that.
100%.
I believe he's a good QB. I don't think it's entirely the Panthers' fault. I don't think it's the Panthers' lineup's fault. I think the problem is that he wasn't given enough time to develop. And that's a big thing with rookie. But I'm not going to plug into that. Speaking of which, Mac Jones did really good against
I saw that,
the Vikings.
He did.
And I was really proud of him for doing that, because after getting shipped off from the Patriots, I think he deserved something like that to be able to start doing good. I don't think it's that hard to, be a good QB when you already spent 4 years doing that. It's just the Patriots didn't give you weapons. They didn't give you a good O-line. And he still showed out pretty well, especially against a Vikings defense that's been dominating. And Sam Darnold, who I
Mac
predicted.
Jones did not do well.
Did he not? When I looked, he had 2 touchdowns. What happened?
Dude.
What's the stat line? What?
Look me in my eyes.
I'm looking.
Okay.
You're not even. Well, yeah, that's probably your best one.
Mac Jones had 111 passing yards. With
What
a
happened?
fumble loss.
What happened? He had a touchdown.
All right, ready? Final stats: 111 passing yards.
Yikes!
2 interceptions.
Yikes! Okay.
5 rush attempts. 8 rushing yards.
Wait, how many rush attempts? How many?
5.
That's less
1
than 2.
rushing touchdown.
That's 2.
1 fumble.
Oh my!
That he
Lord.
lost.
That's 3 turnovers. That's a basketball stat. I ain't gonna lie. 3 turnovers. How? But did they win the game?
No.
Yikes! Okay.
I don't think they did.
Sam Darnold threw 3
picks. They lost by 5.
That's crazy. Sam Darnold threw 3 picks and they still found a way to lose. That's horrible. Nonetheless, I think that the Giants Giants losing to the Panthers shows really what the Brian DeBall era has been. They win, make the playoffs, beat the Vikings, get murdered by the Eagles, and then since then they haven't had a winning record. And really, you have to look at the fact that what's next for the Giants is just a rebuild year, which this year basically is, which is a problem because Brian DeBall's in a win now mentality. And there's no way they can be in a win now.
Let's be real. Giants fans have been saying that it's been a rebuild year for the past 2 years.
Yeah, but that's the thing, is that you have to be delusional as a sports fan. The only difference is when your coach is delusional. Then that's when you get a problem. That's what we had with Robert Saleh. Only thing is the difference is that we fired him. Brian DeBall probably won't get fired. He'll probably quit. I won't lie. He might go under the pretense that he got fired, but I think they're going to part ways separate, because there's no way. DeBall has been doing everything he can to make a winning franchise, and every 30 seconds, Daniel Jones is finding a way to Daniel Jones out of it.
Dude, Daniel Jones might actually be the WLP.
I mean,
or LWP.
Yeah. Because
LVP. Wait.
He has a lot of rushing touchdowns. He can run the ball. That's why.
Oh, quarterback with rushing touchdown.
I'm telling you that if you put him at running back, I'm pretty sure the team would perform better. I'm 100%. I stick to
say that to the camera.
If you put Daniel Jones at running back, I'm sure he gets you better stats than what he's doing at quarterback. Because look back at the Commanders game just last week. He ended the half with no passing yards. 0, nil, none, no passing yards. You know what he did have? A touchdown. Does that make any sense? No. 1 for 3, 0 yards, and a touchdown. I don't know. Don't ask me. He runs the ball more times than I could even imagine. But, he's an angry runner.
Well, let's be real. He doesn't know how to pass.
No, because he has wide open guys. And then he just says, I'm going to throw it away.
I can run a little bit.
No, he doesn't even. But the thing is, he runs around the pocket like he's a mobile QB. He's a white quarterback from Duke. He doesn't have that ability. Yes, I'm shooting at Drake May, who runs around the pocket.
Drake May is good.
He did do pretty well against the Bears.
He actually didn't play great.
He didn't play great, but you don't need to play great against the Bears. You know why? Because the Bears are a horrible team. But the Panthers winning is a big statement on what the head coach, because this is the first back-to-back win since December of last year, and also for Bryce Young. So I think, and then before that was the whatever bowl game I can't remember.
It seems to me though, I mean, that was only Drake May's 5th start. but it does seem to be since he got the concussion, he's been playing like
Okay.
less. So he went from 276 passing yards. Or granted, the past 3 teams he played are top in the league for pass
Defenses,
defense.
yeah.
Jets are the 29th, Tennessee's the 20th, and Chicago's 32nd. So, yeah, but you have Drake May throwing for 2 pass touchdowns for 276 yards, and then concussion against New York, correct?
Yeah, against New York, and then Jacoby Brissett comes in, and then he comes in next week, which I'll give him. He came out back pretty quick. I think it was the Patriots' decision to put him out for the rest of the game, not him. I'm sure he would have played if he was allowed to.
200, and then against Tennessee, I mean, he got 206, and it was his interceptions that.
Oh yeah, I mean Tennessee that last play of the game that was really good. I can't lie with you.
And then against Chicago, 184. Like it starts to get to a point where it's kind of a.
You also got to realize the Patriots team is bad. He's not bad. The team itself is bad. All right.
I think I talked to someone about this.
The line's not good. The defense needs work.
I think any sports fan has seen the picture of the rundown like trailer park with the Bugatti and the carport.
Yeah.
That's exactly what
I wouldn't put him exactly in that category yet because if it
I'll give him like a Rolls Royce.
Yeah, I'll give him like I want to give him a Rolls Royce.
A Ford Fusion.
Yeah, Ford Fusion sounds about right. Maybe like a Toyota Camry, but like a really nice looking Toyota Camry.
Like a decked out like new motor.
Exactly. Like brand new. Because he can get good. It's just, quarterbacks need to have a good system around him. You can call
though.
Exactly. Give him time, he'll become a Bugatti. Maybe not a Bugatti, maybe a Lincoln. Maybe a Lincoln that's from Duke.
Actually, yeah, we'll go. He's a Lincoln right now.
Yeah,
I think that's fair. He's a Lincoln.
I think that's fair.
Tinted window Lincoln.
The way he can extend plays is very interesting.
That is very interesting.
But next on the object list is our favorite team in the NFL, and it's the Kansas
City Chiefs.
I despise them with every single atom I have in my body.
You'll see that we call them
we're saying
banner says one play perfecto. We're saying that for a very good reason, because the whole reason they're perfect is because they should have lost 4 games already, but it's because of one play.
Yes, PI, no PI today because of a blocked field goal.
And Derwin James ejection.
Exactly. Well, yeah, that was also a big thing.
Yeah.
But no, it's like they're not a good football team. You can't look at me and say, "Oh, they're a good football team." No, they're not. They're not putting up the stats to be a good football team. But because they're winning games, everyone's acting like they're this powerhouse. They went to war with Baker Mayfield and the Tampa Bay Bucks, which have Chris Godwin and Mike Evans out, half the receiving core. They're losing to Cade Otton, all right, a tight end that is good, but not top of the league. Then they're also, they're going to head-to-head with the Broncos, which I'll give Bo Nix his respect, but not that much.
Yeah.
Go to head-to-head with the Chiefs. Basically, every team they've gone against, they've went head-to-head, band for band in a way. I don't know how to – I was trying to think of a way to say that without saying that. But I just don't understand how we can say, oh, this is a Super Bowl team. It's not. They don't have the weapons. Getting DeAndre Hopkins was a good point. I like the fact they got DeAndre Hopkins, but I can't tell you that gives them a Super Bowl. And I think that the only game that they actually kind of won was the 49ers game. And I can't even say that because half the receiving corps was out that game. Brandon Ayuk getting hurt and Deebo Samuel getting sick right before the game.
Dude, he looked like fat James Harden that game.
Deebo Samuel was really bad.
He looked like fat James Harden.
He really, kind of played like it today too. I ain't gonna lie. Deebo Samuel did all right today, but really, I really think that when it comes to the Chiefs, is you have to see context, because also
I'm going to say this right now. The Chiefs played the Broncos today.
Yeah.
They won by 2 points.
Yeah.
Against the Broncos.
And the reason they won was because of a blocked field goal with 1 second left, a 27-yarder.
Exactly. Basic, almost guaranteed to go in.
Yeah. Exactly. And never say that to a Giants fan. After they've seen Greg and now kick the football. They had an Irish rugby player kicking for them last week. So it's been rough for them. Nonetheless, the Chiefs have definitely been bailed out by the refs. I can't say that. Not only PI calls, but calls alone. What made me super angry today was I found on social media a video of a hot mic of Mahomes talking to the refs. He said, "Hey, can you guys watch out and tell me when the players are coming for me?" when he's running out of a play action, trying to throw the football downfield. What do you think? The refs are going to let you know like they're the coaching staff?
Exactly.
They're right there. I don't understand. He has such a level entitlement for being good for the past years. He's not even playing good this year. So I don't know where he gets his level of entitlement from to think, oh, then I should be treated with so much respect that the ref should even be helping me out. Like they already are helping you out.
And he's not playing great this year. Let's
Nope.
be real.
That's why I hate when I hear him talk to an MVP candidate because I don't think he's anywhere near that. And you can just look at the set. If you go off the stats alone without the name, I promise you he's not an MVP candidate.
Dude, he's a bottom 15 quarterback.
I can't see
his
it.
name. People are ranking him top 5 because of his name.
Exactly. And I haven't seen anything like Mahomes last year and the year before. Downfield shots were
okay,
great.
Right? If Patrick Mahomes is in the MVP talks, Jared Goff should be too.
I think Jared Goff should be MVP talks automatically. He's been doing really well and leading the Lions to every single victory. And I don't think you can put anyone else. I wouldn't trust anyone else behind that line besides Jared Goff. The way he plays, though, he's fluent with the offense. That's what you want your quarterback to be, is fluent with the offense. But back to Patrick Mahomes, I think that honestly, it's a low year for him. And compared to what he was doing last year,
I'll agree with that.
Like,
I don't like Patrick Mahomes.
Mahomes' magic was real last year. Mahomes' magic was something last year. He was making plays. He was diving sideways. But this year, he can't even do 20 yards.
His age is showing.
Exactly. I don't think it's exactly his age.
He's 29 now.
28. Yeah, he's definitely getting up there. But it's nothing that I would think would affect him because quarterbacks can still play there. But I think that we've gotten to the point where
Patrick Mahomes is 29.
We've set him to such a high standard that now it looks worse now. But nonetheless, there's no reason why Mahomes should be getting all these calls. Like roughing the passer is a big one for him. Pass interference is a big one. And also the missed calls. During the Tampa Bay game, there was so many false starts that were missed. And face mask that was called. The guy went like this against his face mask, and they called it. But then Tyler Morton takes 40 steps backwards right before the play starts, and not a single flag goes flying. And I mean, if you want to say, oh, the Chiefs aren't cheating, oh, they're not doing anything with the refs, maybe have the refs actually make a call. Because it's not us going off of, oh, the Chiefs are winning, that means they're getting bailed out. We're saying that based off the fact that every single time there's a game, there's about 14 pictures or 14 videos of the Chiefs getting either a flag against the other team or no flag on them for something clearly illegal. And it's not debatable. It's not controversial. It's the fact that, they're just getting bailed out. And I don't understand why the NFL is like this. But moving on from that topic that I hate so much because I hate the Chiefs so much because they're a horrible team.
I think the Chiefs deserve capital punishment.
Agreed. And speaking of capital punishment, Steelers, game of the week, by the way, QBC Sports Locks, game of the week.
We will talk about our picks.
Yeah, which we all had the Commanders winning, so rough one.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a lock. You can't tell us that, oh, I expected Russell Wilson to go out there and ball out like he's prime Russell Wilson. No one expected that. The Commanders have been lights out for the entire year. So you're going to turn to me and say that they're going to beat the Steelers? I'll give credit to the Steelers. They did really well.
Exactly.
George Pickens climbed the ladder and got one of the greatest catches I've seen in the back of the end zone in a minute, given Garrett Wilson. But
I knew that was coming.
You can't deny that.
That was a great catch.
He pulled the Jordan move.
But you know what I saw?
What?
Like Rodgers realm, right?
Yeah.
Like it hit me.
Yeah.
That kids like that were our age during Odell.
Yeah.
That's their Odell.
I wouldn't like to think so. I wouldn't like to think so.
That is their Odell.
I hope not. Because Odell's was iconic. Like when people talk about the catch, I don't like to see that people like compare, oh, Garrett Wilson actually won the game. I don't care about that. It's the catch itself. And in my personal opinion, I don't think Garrett Wilson's catch was better than OBJ's. OBJ's. OD.
OLED. I think you said OLED or Odile.
Nonetheless, he caught it with 3 fingers. With 3 fingers.
Pass interference also.
Exactly. And
kept his feet in.
I get it. Garrett Wilson was a little controversial because a shin being 2 feet is also a little controversial. But nonetheless, I think that both are really good catches. But OBJ's just had such a environment around it. It had such a feel around it that made it iconic.
I think that's because like football was like prime. then.
Exactly, and it kind of created the one-handed catch. It kind of made it an idea. Everyone called it OBJ, but with Wilson, I don't think you can do that. I don't think that it's a really good catch, and it will go down in the history books as a really good catch. He made the Jordan logo during a catch. I don't think people have done that before.
I haven't heard one person talk about it.
You haven't seen it? Oh, the catch? Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
I've seen the catch, but like it's not like OBJ where literally
Yeah, 3 weeks after, they were still talking about how OBJ
showing
did
it
that.
on SportsCenter.
Exactly. It was crazy, and I can't deny with the fact that Garrett Wilson's catch is not as good as that, even though as a Jets fan. But I'm
I'm
not.
gonna be real. Garrett Wilson was wide open. If you like, I get defender on him, but
I mean,
there was no pass interference.
well,
He
yeah,
wasn't
because-
falling backwards.
Yeah,
He
but he
literally-
also to keep any part of his body in on that, it's just crazy.
he literally just was on a deep route. He came back towards the
Mhm.
ball,
Mhm.
and he was like, this.
I don't think you can say that he was wide open when Raj said it in
that was
post-game.
honestly that wasn't a
and-
great pass.
And yeah, that's what he said. He went into the booth and said in the post-game interview, he was like, I saw him and I just threw the football over there and probably thought it was going to get picked off, which I love hearing my quarterback say, I thought the ball was going to get picked off.
Is that part of
love
the Joe
that.
Namath curse?
Maybe. I don't know. Aaron Rodgers is crazy. That's set in stone. He is
His
crazy.
incentives on his
Should probably-
contract is if he gets like if he sees
He sprinkles sage over the place, I'm sure.
stage every touchdown he throws is a bag of mushrooms.
Yeah. So then every time he walks up the field, he gets like eat them like orange slices to a little kid.
He's tapped out like
He
this.
looks at Robert's side. Oh, Jeff Ubrick. Sorry, I forgot our new head coach, Jeff Ubrick. Yippee. But back to the Steelers and the Commanders. Really, the reason the game ended and the reason because the Commanders it was 4th and 1. The
Yeah.
reason it ended, and everyone knew they were trying to make you jump off sides. So why would you jump off sides? I mean, coaches always say, watch the ball. This guy straight up just, no one flinched. He didn't even say anything. He was still getting set, and the guy just went.
I mean, adrenaline takes over there.
I mean, no, this week alone, watching Red Zone, I've seen so many offsides penalties. It was really funny. There was one call where they tried to get him offsides, and he ran about 10 yards that way. He was a corner. He wasn't even blitzing. I don't
Yeah.
know why he ran 10 yards. I don't know, but I think that the Steelers winning cements them as a top playoff team, and I think they can make a run. If you told me at the beginning of the year that a QB room consistent of Justin Fields and Russell Wilson was going to be in debates for, one of the top teams in the AFC, I'd call you crazy. You know why? Because Russell Wilson is 34. He's nowhere near his prime. Clearly, we're wrong about that because he just went off against the Commanders. And then Justin Fields is a really good QB, but he didn't do anything in Chicago. But both of them have proved us wrong, and both of them have done great in the Steelers. It's the question is, do you keep sticking with Russell Wilson because you're winning, or do you go back to Justin Fields because you were winning with Justin Fields? It doesn't, there's no clear answer. Mike Tomlin's going to make his answer no matter what, but it's the fact that, in my personal opinion, if you make a playoff run, I think you stick with Russell because he's got more experience there. He's got more, what do you call it? I don't know how to put it. He has more of a skill set to be there.
Like
But-
as a starting quarterback,
Mhm.
like
Because
role,
Fields was a starting quarterback.
his
It's just-
leadership.
he was
like,
never on a winning team.
honestly, I feel like if you look at it, right, Tom
Mhm.
Brady, I mean, obviously his rookie year led the Patriots. Like
Yeah.
he played great.
Tom Brady's good. We know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But like I think he's a great example because he's just like he's the GOAT.
Mhm.
That's like like
Yeah.
that has to be said that I don't
Yeah.
care. You were born in 2013 or higher if you think Patrick Mahomes is the GOAT.
Yeah. I can agree with that. I don't think anyone can say that Patrick Mahomes is go, but we're not gonna. That's
Carson
not,
can, but we don't have to talk
we
about
don't need
Carson.
to talk about that because he texts people during the middle of the game, says, "You know what? We're just better than everyone." You have a 2-point lead against the Broncos.
Yeah.
Don't.
Which I mean, don't get me wrong, the Broncos aren't a bad defensive
But
team.
they're not.
They're not enough.
You shouldn't be going head to head with them when you're the best team in the league and undefeated.
Exactly.
But
Nonetheless,
we should probably talk about how the Commanders lost Austin Eckler. I'm still mad about Dan Quinn. I will never get over Dan Quinn doing this to me because I don't understand why we keep just last minute Friday. I get a text says Brian Robinson's out. I'm like, what? How? He was fine in practice the other day. He keeps getting out, and I don't know why.
Austin
But
Eckler actually played really well.
that's what I'm saying. Austin Eckler did well, but I feel like that if you could mix in Brian Robinson and Eckler, you'd have a great rush attack. But they only had Eckler and I think their rookie, who didn't do that as well as they expected for a power back. But the Commanders were really close to winning it. I think that Daniels played lights out. I don't think you can really blame Daniels for most of it. But I think on top of everything, it's the defense that needs to play a little better, especially with just I don't think Marshawn Lattimore played this week. I don't think he did. So that secondary should improve with Marshawn Lattimore being added, but I don't have any guarantees.
You know, like who really like didn't impress me this week at all was Christian McCaffrey.
Oh yeah, because he's coming right off of one of.
It's his return.
It's by the way, the downfall of Christian McCaffrey needs to be studied for the past.
I know it's not a downfall.
No, it's not a downfall. No, it's not a downfall. But the fact that he was supposed to be out for 1 week against the Jets, which came a day before.
So like you're thinking like a
Devontae
Adams story.
It was like a no. I'm thinking that was like a snowball effect. 1 week, 3, 4, 5. It just suddenly became worse and worse by the week because we had limited, like a very small amount of news, but we were told it's nothing bad. He's just out for the week. Yeah. He'll be back for week 2. Then he was out for week 2. Then he's out for week 3. Week 4, he's in Germany getting checked out by a weird doctor telling him that everything's going to be okay. So I don't know exactly what that's about. Oh, hi there. And, but I think that you have to look at the fact that C-Mac's going to be good. He showed that he was ready to play. He was angry every time he was off the field, which is kind of bad because he was on the field about 95% of the time. But beyond all that, I think that
he didn't play horrible.
But he didn't. It's not C-Mac. It's not Christian McCaffrey.
What did impress me was he got immediately back into the receiving core, 68 receiving
yards. Because that offense, Kyle Shanahan's offense, has so many plays out of the backfield that it's kind of worrisome. I can't lie with you.
He had 7 targets.
Exactly. No, Deebo Samuel goes out of the backfield. C-Mac goes out of the backfield. Jawan Jennings goes out of the backfield. It's all in Kyle Shanahan's magical book where he keeps locked away somewhere. I don't really trust his playbook either because sometimes he just be having the weirdest formations ever. And I've never seen where there's 3 tight ends on one side.
CMC final stat line: 13 attempts for 39 yards, 6 receptions for 68 yards.
Yeah, he definitely did better. Definitely better in the receiving game than he did in the rushing game, which you can't deny that. And I think that overall,
Jaden Daniels played horrible.
Jaden Daniels, yeah. I don't think you can blame him for the loss. That's the one thing that I'm arguing about. I don't know if you can blame him for the loss.
I think you can, though.
If you tell me his final stat line, currently the Eagles are blowing out Dallas, which is always good to see. Because Dallas, going on a little side tangent here, Dallas is one of the worst teams in the NFL as a franchise. Not as a record and stats, they're one of the worst teams as a franchise. There should be no reason that your franchise is doing so horribly that your owner is currently just tweaking out every 3 seconds.
Jaden Daniels, 202 passing yards, 3 rush attempts, 5 rush yards.
Any touchdowns? So they were all Eckler. Yeah. No, I think that he needs. I don't know if you can blame that. How many how many pass attempts he had?
Attempts?
Yeah, pass attempts. Because if there's not a lot of pass attempts for that game, then I have to consider the fact that maybe they weren't passing the ball a lot, and that's why he didn't have any touchdowns. I don't think you can entirely blame Jaden Daniels for that.
Let me get off of Yahoo Fantasy. I know I'm tired.
Yeah. Oh my Lord. But the Steelers. The thing with the Steelers is that if they're gonna be good, Mike Williams, George Pickens, and I don't think I can name another receiver on that receiving core. It's a little concerning for me. I ain't gonna lie, because it's a good. Don't get me wrong, it's good weapons out there. Darnell Washington's also really good, but I think you have to look at the fact that with the Steelers, you want to make a playoff run. Mike Tomlin's always
100%, yeah.
But you got to look at it as you can't have this bad.
This year's the year. Russ is
retiring in at least 2 years. So, and you didn't pay him a lot of money. You paid him like $2 million, so it doesn't really matter.
A year, isn't he?
Yeah, 2 years, I believe. So he's around for a little bit. Justin Fields, on the other hand, is a whole side issue that you don't need to worry about right now. But yeah, to wrap it up, the Commanders lose out in DC, which by stunning fashion too, by going offsides. I'm sure he will.
Safe
like-
to say the Steelers took command.
Bing bong. What a hilarious. All right, moving on.
Moving on, we're gonna get into our QBC weekly picks. Commanders versus Steelers was the game of the week.
Given some of them have not finished yet, so keep in mind that. But nonetheless, the picks for this week for me.
I have it right here.
Yeah.
Well, game of the actually we can get into our standings first.
Yeah. At the
before
start
week
of this
10,
week. At the start of this week.
I am
Yeah.
19-5, tied for first with AJ, who's also 19-5, and then Mr. Ryan Carvalho,
It's been a rough.
third,
It's been a rough.
11-14.
I've been rough.
You know, but shout out to you for making these pretty sick.
Appreciate it.
These are actually, I love how you just spell everything. You know, we can
What did I spell wrong on this one?
All right, you have Ravens over Bengals, Eagles over cow bodies, and then Chiefs.
No, that says Cowboys.
No, that's for me. Go to mine.
Wait.
And then for Chiefs over Broncos, you spelled Chiefs CHEIF.
Is that not?
S. No. Oh my
Chefs.
gosh.
That's chefs.
And
Hey,
then-
that was a whole ad, so I think I should get props on nation side.
And then
Peyton.
you did. You know what you did do though?
What?
You did give out the same exact pick.
What?
You gave me and AJ both Eagles Cowboys.
Oh yeah, I did because I think that I don't like to have both. You have two. If you both have one, that's fine. I don't care. Like me and you had the Texans last week. And why do you think I bet against the Jets this week too? Is because we won when I bet against them last time. And unfortunately, me being bad at the locks did not come through this time.
All right. So
AJ
well,
Vikings over
AJ's
Jaguars.
pick hit, so he advances to 20-5 so far.
And the Giants lost, so 20-6.
Exactly, and
And
then the
Eagles are up by a lot right now, so it's safe
we're
to say.
gonna project them to win. So AJ actually goes 3 for 4 on the week, losing his game of the week, which now puts him at 22-9.
Yeah. So the Cardinals.
Wait, yeah, no, 22-5, 22-6, 22-6. There we go. Bad math. Ryan Carvalho's locks.
Wow, I did.
Well,
So
Cardinals.
I think I went.
Cardinals
winless.
won. No, Cardinals.
Oh
won.
yeah, Cardinals won. You're right. The 49ers, I think, won.
Check that.
Yeah, I'm checking.
And then the Bears lost to the Patriots. Crazy take there.
Okay, you can't expect me to say that a lineup like that wasn't gonna win. Yeah, the Bucks almost won. They were lost by 3. It was a close game, really close. I would have not.
So 49ers won.
So
So you went
basically
1 for 4.
The Jets aren't winning. So
All right. So
hate this.
Ryan Carvalho advances to 12-17.
Hey, there's got to be some balance to the league, right? You can't just have y'all winning the whole time. Come on now. Yes.
Thriller to get it started for me.
Almost 4-0. Almost 4-0.
The Ravens come back in overtime. Or no, not in overtime.
Fourth
quarter.
No. Yeah,
Fourth quarter. Come back, beat the Bengals, making me 1-0 so far. Eagles.
Yeah, but
safe to say they're gonna win.
But you forgot about Mr. Unlimited and his Pittsburgh Steelers. So now you don't go winless. I mean, lost, undefeated.
And then Chiefs beat the Broncos. That's the one time I love the Chiefs at the moment.
And that was our picks, right?
Yeah.
That was our standings.
So-
Brought to you by nobody because we
our
have
sponsor list. Hey,
you want to sponsor and you want to hear
sponsor us.
if you want to see me lose and those two win, then gladly come on.
So that would put me at 22-6,
You would still hold first,
and then
and AJ would fall to second.
right
And
because Vikings won.
yeah, he lost too because he picked the Giants, which also crazy take. I never picked the Giants to win. I can't lie with you. The
All right.
Giants are horrible. Moving on.
If you look at the bottom of the screen, you can follow us on our Instagram, TikTok, and please like and subscribe
There it is.
to our YouTube channel. I just had a Ryan Carvalho moment there.
That's how it goes around here.
But
Give off that effect.
if you ever want to see our picks, we do post them on our TikTok and our Instagram. We do go over our picks every Sunday
Mhm.
when we go live, or just when we post. Period. So
Yeah.
yeah,
And moving on to our next topic, everyone's favorite, the standings.
standings
Move around. We get some
switching up here.
a little mix up, a little tornado runs for the NFL. I won't lie
Exactly.
with you. It's been a little crazy. But above all else, what do you call it? When you look at it,
Folks, there could possibly be a surprise, but we won't talk about it.
not a single word will be said. You will see it.
You'll just get it.
You'll see it, and you'll be really happy when you see it. I promise you, 100%.
See, exactly. Tom Brady is the GOAT.
Yeah. Well,
getting into the standing switch ups.
So the Jets. Well, they haven't lost yet. The Bills advanced at 8-2. They win I'm just going to tell you the division winners because that's very interesting. Because if you look at the division winners, it's a little concerning right now.
You can't say division winners because they haven't won the division.
Division leaders.
Division leaders.
Yes. The Bills advance 8-2. They're doing really well. And they almost lost to the Colts. Joe Flacco is an elite quarterback. Okay. Joe Flacco is at 40 and is dominating on the Bills defense. The only reason they lost is because a D lineman picked them off. Okay. Make sure you remember that.
The Jets will, if they do.
We're down 31-6. Okay. I hate this team.
But they will hold second.
Hate you. Hate this number right here. I wear it out of sense of hate.
They will hold second due to points forced and points allowed.
Yeah, well, we do lose the head-to-head, but yeah, points forced goes ahead. So and then Miami's horrible at football, so it's okay.
Yeah, true. Obviously the Chiefs are perfecto.
9-0. Horrible.
Chargers are 5-3.
The West is pretty good. I won't lie. Besides the Raiders, the West is pretty good.
Chargers are 5-3. Broncos are 5-5, and the Raiders are 2-7. It's the Raiders.
Yeah, and I mean, really, the talk of this, which it's always a talk. The AFC North is always competitive.
Steelers though.
Steelers jumping up front is crazy. We talked about it before with the Commander-Steelers game, but the Steelers jumping up front really shows what the future of the NFL holds. And I think the Ravens trailing behind is also kind of interesting, considering when you look at two completely different teams. The Ravens were in a win-now mentality before they even touched the grass of football for this season. The Steelers, kind of iffy. I mean, you had two QBs, you had a pretty good roster, but you didn't have anything that you screamed make a run for it. Now they're 7-2.
That is true.
Ahead of the Ravens. And the Bengals are
no, don't get me wrong though. The Ravens are supposed to be a Super Bowl contending team.
I think they are.
I agree.
Because the way Lamar plays is MVP. I can't lie.
But
the defense definitely needs to lock.
I think the Ravens should at least be 9-1.
They definitely should be a lot better. The teams they lost to, they don't scream. They
almost lost to the Bengals.
But the Bengals are good. That's what I'm saying.
But they're not great.
I think the Bengals are one of the worst bad teams in the football league because if you look at Joe Burrow's stats, he's really good. All right.
Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase.
They're doing really good.
They're two Bugattis in a trailer park.
I mean, you can't even say that. Their Bengals defense, they have Logan Wilson. Like, they have some pretty good studs on that team. Trey Henderson. Like, they have some pretty good studs there. Honestly, I think the big thing,
but those studs didn't hold Lamar Jackson and the Ravens down, though.
I think the thing with the Bengals is that they need to fire Zach Taylor.
I don't think so.
I think it's Zach Taylor's fault. 100%. I think it's Zach Taylor's fault. Going for 2 when they could have tied it up. You don't need to win. It's prime time. You have time. You prepare the whole week for this. Like, what's the need? What's the rush to win now? I don't understand, especially when it's a kind of a must-win game if you want to go to the playoffs.
And they still got
a shotting chance, but like beating the Ravens would cement yourself as a good team. So then you don't have to hear every single week, "Oh, you're horrible at football."
And then the Browns are obviously at the bottom. They're
horrible.
They're on a.
They gave us a little bit of a spark with Jameis Winston against the Ravens. Speaking which, back to your claim that the Ravens aren't that good. Losing to Jameis Winston and the Browns is definitely a hole that you need to fix.
Because let's be real, Jameis Winston is not good.
And let's talk about how Lamar wasn't exactly a leader when they lost. Throwing his helmet, throwing a tantrum. I mean, I understand you lost to the Browns. I'd be angry too, but I'm not.
So
you got to keep your composure.
Did you watch the game?
A little bit, yeah.
So
wide open throws, yeah.
Like the game this Thursday.
Yeah.
So did you hear them talking about Harbaugh's like the brown shirt, like they were like instead of a game ball, it's a brown shirt.
What?
Yes.
Never heard of this.
So it's something they do in the military.
Okay.
That's my understanding of what was said on Thursday Night Football.
Okay.
So Harbaugh gives those out
Mm-hmm.
if you to the dog, right? Like the best
I
player
see. Yeah,
from that game.
yeah.
Lamar Jackson won his first
Mhm.
this year, a few weeks ago,
That's shocking.
right?
Yeah, that's really he won to it like an MVP. I don't understand how that he's just winning it now, but also Harvard not exactly a great judge of stats, are we? But
No, it's not a stat. I mean, if Lamar
who had
Jackson threw for 500 yards and 7 million touchdowns,
yeah.
well, then obviously,
Kyle Hamilton did have a pick. Here you go.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe he just hates Lamar. I don't know. I mean, I would hate Lamar too. But moving on with the standings, the AFC South, I think they're a fraud division. I think that they came in, the Jags are supposed to be the good. The
Hey,
Titans
Calvin Ridley's in there.
Calvin Ridley is my fantasy savior.
Is having a great game.
And he won't save my team because I'm down by.
Just while we're on okay, I won my week, by the way.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I did not. The Texans, 6-3, fraudulent. Their team will not allow CJ Stroud to throw the football. You know why?
Holy cow!
Because he can't throw when he's being sacked. That's a pretty big problem when you're trying to throw.
Jalen Hurts has 4 touchdowns today.
Dallas is horrible. Until Jerry Jones dies, I promise you, there's nothing left for Dallas.
So it's a Jerry Jones curse now.
No, it's that Jerry Jones is a horrible human being and horrible at football on top of that.
All right, but let's just get into Calvin Ridley's stats today. 4 receptions for 69 yards and a receiving touchdown. He is 50% on receptions, though. 8 targets.
I mean, yeah, but also still pretty good style.
Exactly.
But the AFC South, I just think that if the Jags were good, I think it'd be a better division. But I expected the Colts to be mid. I didn't expect the Titans to be so bad, especially with DeAndre Hopkins, which was like a big move for everybody, and now he's already gone. So what does it? The NFC East, the Eagles, by the looks of it, will take the lead by being 7-2 with 1 less loss than the Commanders, who just lost this week. Commanders trail in second. Cowboys are horrible at football. They will move to 3-6, and the Giants they're the Giants. They're 2-8 for the first overall pick, I believe. Yippee, Giants fans.
Yeah, Patriots not looking like they're going to get Shadur or Travis Hunter.
I mean, you can get either.
Travis Hunter.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, wait.
Yeah, because they won.
Well, no, the Giants.
There's how many 2-win teams? There is 1 2-team. No, the Dolphins, the Raiders, the Browns. Oh, yeah.
But the Dolphins could win this week.
Yeah, and the Giants, just 4 2-win teams, and all of them are fighting for the first overall pick.
And then
the Giants lead because they're horrible at football.
Getting into the NFC West,
it's a tight race. I mean, yeah, there's 2 teams below 500, but it's a tight race. You can't say it's not.
There's 1 team under.
Oh, yeah, because the Rams are tied. They play on Monday Night Football against the Miami Dolphins.
Which
Matthew Stafford's been playing lights out.
He does.
I can't lie. Stafford, I thought age would affect him a little bit. He's still playing really good. I can't argue with that. The Cardinals, who will advance 6-4 because the Jets are horrible NFL football, are going to lead the division. The 49ers just won, so they'll be 5-4. It's no one projected at the start of the year that the Cardinals would be leading the division at week 11. But,
Kyler Murray kind of turned it on.
I can't lie. Kyler Murray came out and balled out, especially with the receivers you have around him. Besides Maserati Marv, you have Michael Wilson and I don't know. Terry McBride. Yeah, they're tight end. I can't tell you another receiver. Hollywood Brown, maybe. He might be on that roster. I miss Robbie Chosen. Robbie Anderson. Great. But the Seahawks are
Robbie Anderson never played for the Cardinals.
Yeah, he did.
Did he? Mm-hmm. Are you thinking Fitzgerald?
Robbie Anderson. Nope, not Fitzgerald. 2 completely different people.
Michael Wilson.
Yeah, Michael Wilson. Mm-hmm.
Oh, Zay Jones. Xavier Weaver.
Yeah. But no.
What do you know about Chad Ryland?
Chad Ryland might have done. I'm pretty sure he scored a touchdown today.
He's a kicker.
All right. Well, we're losing anyway, so it doesn't matter. But the Lions in the NFC North, the Lions are 7-1. They play Sunday night, by the way. Yippee. Vikings trailed that division after barely beating the Jaguars, by the way. Barely. The Packers are in third at 6-3. I don't think they played this week. I'm pretty sure they won by. And the Bears lose to the Patriots and cement themselves as the Bears. You know what that is? Horrible coaching. good talent. Caleb Williams, he's good. Do not try and tell me he's not. Caleb Williams is a good quarterback. There's good pieces. DJ Moore's good. Keenan Allen's good. DeAndre Swift is good. The only problem is the coaching staff. Is
Keenan Allen a Hall of Famer?
What?
Is Keenan Allen a Hall of Famer?
No. Hurt too much. He got hurt way too much to be considered a Hall of Famer. He had dominance. You can't say, because I look
one
at
of the greatest bald-headed football players.
exactly. He's one of the greatest receivers of our. Currently on the roster. But he got hurt too much. I don't think that you can tell him that you can't talk to him as a Hall of Famer.
Odell Beckham Jr. Hurt
Yeah.
too much.
When it comes to Hall of Fame and receiver, he had to be dominant his entire career. Look at him in Miami right now. Look at him in Baltimore last year, and tell me that's a Hall of Famer.
Ugh.
But yeah, so the NFC North is also really close. I
The
think
Panthers are a diamond in the rough. I don't care.
I think the Packers could be a diamond in the rough. 6-3 doesn't say that, but with the other two teams in the division,
well, that division
the
is
Panthers
that's
are
a strong division.
You can't say they're a diamond in the rough when they're 2 losses away from being out of the playoffs.
They don't. Well, let's be real though. When have they really?
You can say there's diamond
provided for Bryce Young.
I'm saying that there could be diamond in the rough players on the team.
Diamond in the rough potential there.
Exactly. I think that's
the whole team could be.
I think the Saints fall off definitely needs to be studied. Definitely, because they were 2-0 to start the year and fought with
because Derek Carr's been out, isn't he?
Nope, he's back.
Is he back?
Mm-hmm. They lost to the Panthers. Not only was Derek Carr back, but he also murdered Chris Olave by throwing him between 2 guys and murdering him. It was a really bad throw. I won't lie. There's no need to throw over there.
Yeah.
But NFC South, I like the Falcons to start the year. I still like the Falcons to start the year. The only problem is I don't understand how we're not getting the football to Kyle Pitts. And we've been arguing about this for 4 years.
Overrated tight end in the league.
I mean, National Tight Ends Day, he had like 2 touchdowns.
So amazing. Just make it National Tight Ends Day every Sunday.
Every single Sunday, because that's the only way Kyle Pitts is going to score.
I mean, they play 3 days a week.
I mean, Kyle Pitts is if he just got the football more, I'm sure he'd be better. But but what do you call it? Those are the NFL standings right now in the NFC. I believe first place goes to the Lions. Think about that. Honestly, when you think of the NFC, you would think like the 49ers would be first place. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah. I would. Brock Purdy.
Yeah, the Lions, and in the AFC, it's
Brock Purdy's only good when he wants to be.
Well, yeah, he's only good.
I blame it on Anna Fry.
Anna Fry's chaining down. Are they like connected where whatever Anna Fry does, Brock Purdy does?
Yeah, kind of like.
Do you think Anna Fry? Wait, does Anna Fry like play really good in Powder Puff? She does she throw 90-yard touchdown passes against other high schoolers? That'd be scary to play against. How do you play against basically Brock Purdy?
True.
But that was around the NFL, the standings.
Yeah.
They're mixed up. They're bundled up, but
I mean, they're not finished yet either.
Exactly. We got a couple of games left, and Sunday night and Monday night.
True.
But moving on to the topic that I really like to debate about, because I think the commissioner needs to back off, let the game be played.
Yeah.
But above all else, it's the question of, are the rules working? They implemented a lot of new rules: the kickoff, the hip drop tackle, which hasn't been called more than twice this year, which everyone was freaking out about. They haven't called it like maybe once or twice. But no, I think that the new rules, they bring a new life to it, but they made this big preach. Hey, we're gonna have more returns. It's gonna be safer. I've seen the exact opposite.
The problem is with returns, it's not even that. It's because kickers can kick the ball out of the end zone like it's nothing. And let's be real.
But they don't want to, because then they get put on the 30. So.
But right. Also, touchbacks. Players, because touchbacks are 25, right?
Nope, 30.
30 still? So yeah, players are going to take those 30 yards because.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
If you think about it, the average
makes sense.
Goal line to end zone with the new.
Yeah.
Or goal line to the 25 is an average return with the old kickoff system.
Yeah.
Now, or in the old kickoff system was kick the ball. Oh, as soon as it gets kicked, you run.
Yeah.
The new one is as soon as the ball's touched, right? Or as soon as it ends up in a zone.
Yeah.
Right?
When somebody's caught, when it's caught, that's when you can run. Yeah. Which I understand the idea, but why not just have the yardage rules the same?
How do onside kicks work?
Onside the same. But no, I really hate this. Actually, you make a great point. This is
I haven't
rule
seen
change.
one yet, so
There's been a couple, only like one or two of them have successfully said you cannot do one. You are not allowed to do an onside kick no matter what before the 2-minute warning.
I do know about that.
And
that is true.
You can't do it unless you're trailing. You can't do it when you're up. You're not allowed to, no matter what time. And on top of that, you have to publicly announce to the referee, who has to publicly announce it to the stadium, that you're doing an onside kick. So you won't see your Pat McAfee kick it and run for your life and grab the football. You won't see none of that. You won't see the Saints come out of halftime and kick it and get the football. You won't see that. You know why? Because the rule doesn't like the fun. The NFL doesn't like fun. And those are great moments in history. You look back at those like, oh wow, that's so much fun. But instead, you don't get that fun. Instead, now you get to
hear me out.
Yeah.
Crazy idea.
I'm
gonna look in the camera for this.
All
right. Ready?
There. Yeah.
A 2-yard onside kick.
What?
Right? Because the ball.
Wait, you gotta explain it. Explain it.
So ready? Kick. Oh, 2 yards. Okay. So after those 2 yards, they don't
instead of 5, you want it to be 2. Though it's legal touching. What?
Because they won't blow the whistle because that's a live ball.
Mm-hmm.
A player has to touch it before they blow the whistle.
Yeah.
Right? You build a very small circle around the football, and then as players come to touch it, you dive on it.
I don't know. You just what are we playing backyard? I don't know what to say about that.
But does that make sense?
No.
How?
You're gonna form a circle around the ball? No, that doesn't make sense in a football game. Whenever have you seen them form a circle around a ball?
Indoor flag football.
Indoor flag football, guys.
Yeah.
Roger Goodell. Listen to the indoor flag football leagues.
You know, some of our viewers right now, they're actually related to Roger Goodell. So watch what you say.
Oh no. He's gonna allow me to be more upset on Sundays. Already pretty upset on Sundays, guys.
Jets banned from league.
Please,
to join the XFL.
Please. I'd rather watch that.
They're going to Canada.
We still lose in the XFL. We still lose
Shanghai.
in Canada. We lose in Shanghai. We lose in like anywhere. Put us on the Mars. We'll probably lose to the dust. I won't lie. Rodgers will tear his ACL on a mountain or something. I don't know.
I don't think the rules are changing though.
I think that they're going to stick with them, and I don't like it. But I want to look at it as the pitch clock in baseball. I think that eventually we'll like it. At first, the first time you see it, you're like, oh no, I don't like it. But over time, you can see how it benefits the league. I don't think it's so much the injuries as the pitch clock was for me. I was really concerned with the pitch clock because of pitchers' arms, but it tends to get better a little more. Pitchers tends to go out a lot less pitches in now, but that's why you have relievers. That's why you have closers. But I don't know. I think we have to give it a year or two, have to see it. I think that they did false advertising with saying there's going to be more return touchdowns because there hasn't. There's been 1 or 2.
Well, I don't know if that was really false advertising. That was probably whoever came up with that idea. Like, oh, wow, this could really work.
Mm-hmm. It
doesn't.
So,
because players are going to, like I said earlier, the players are going to take those 30 yards because 30 is a lot better than, oh shoot, I got tackled.
So that's why
20.
kickers have to work really hard to try and place it in between that zone. But also the thing is that
because there's the zone.
Yeah, if it lands in the landing zone, then they go to the 20. So there's no 25 anymore. There's the 20 and there's 30. And then if you hit it before the landing zone, then it's 40.
Yeah.
So the kickoff, I will say the one thing I do like about the kickoff, it has a lot more weight than it did before. Because now if you kick it before the zone, then that's to the 40-yard line. You're 10 yards away from midfield. That's a game changer. That's almost switching fields. So I think that it's definitely brings a new light to it, but I don't know. You have to give it some time, see what happens. I want more returns. I love returns. It's so cool.
Do you think greatest kick returner of all time? Who is it?
I don't know that many return. I mean, really?
It's Devin Hester or Cordero Patterson at this point in life.
Devin Hester. I can't give it to Cordell.
I can give it to Cordell.
I definitely have to give it to Hester. Hester was more of a you knew that something was going to happen when he got the football.
Dude, Cordero Patterson, I think, set a record.
Cordell played so many positions that I was terrified.
Yo, dude,
running back, receiver.
He was the definition of a 5-tool in baseball, but for football.
I mean, that's Taysom Hill. Don't get me wrong. Taysom Hill's one of the greatest players ever to play football.
Wow.
I don't care.
Wow.
You see what Taysom Hill's done. He scored a touchdown on every single side of the football. special teams, offense, and defense in the same game. That's a record. And I don't think
Oh, yeah,
anyone's
because there's only one player that's ever done that.
Exactly. He
But he's
set
not the
a
greatest
new
of all
record. I'm
time.
not calling him the greatest of
You
all
know-
time. I did not say that. Look,
Oh,
I said
my God.
I said he's one of the greatest football players right now.
No, you did not.
That's literally what I just said. Look it back. Go run it back.
We can't run it back.
Well, when you get
It's
a chance,
live, Brian.
well, then go look at it back when the live's over, because that's what I said. I'm confident. I'm very confident. Why would I ever say a tight end's the greatest of all time? Does that make any sense? Well, I can't call him a tight end. He's a QB. He's not a QB. He's a receiver. He's not a receiver. He's a DB. He plays everywhere. It's Taysom Hill.
Here, let's I'll look at Cordero Patterson's stats.
Good news. Rodgers hasn't thrown a touchdown pass.
Has
hope
Brees
this
Hall
team-
scored yet?
No. Darius Slayton, number 2. Darius Slayton is really good. I like Darius Slayton. In the
All
Giants.
right, ready?
No, but he has 12 points. Yeah.
Okay. So in his career, he
Mhm.
games played 143. In those games, he returned 243 kickoffs
Mhm.
for 7,824 yards
Mhm.
and 9 touchdowns.
Yeah, that's really good. I can't.
3-time Pro Bowler,
Mhm.
2-time All Pro,
Mhm.
1 first team, 1 second team. He's the
Mhm.
kickoff return yards leader.
Yep.
And then he also,
Mhm.
I mean, he was if you had him from free agency, like
Yeah.
most teams did, or
Yeah.
a trade piece,
He went to a
He-
couple places. Yeah.
he was for kick return. Like you
Yeah.
weren't putting him for wide receiver because
No, but he was a pretty good running back. I can't deny that he was a pretty good running back. He was
then-
somebody you could trust to get third down. He was a good power back. He was a third down running back. You can't deny that.
here, and then we can look up Devin Hester career stats.
Mhm.
153 games played.
That's what I'm saying.
See,
Devin Hester.
Correct. But
Correct.
Devin
I love how you're just saying correct and not
Yeah,
your
you're right.
opinion.
so hang on. Devin Hester played exactly 10 more games
Which is a slight advantage, but not crazy
Exactly.
advantage.
with 7,422 kick return yards.
Yeah.
But he also had punt return yards, which now,
Mhm.
in my opinion,
Mhm.
I can't compare the two
Yeah.
because
They're both really good. We're not denying both of them are really good kick
you have
returners.
Devin Hester was 19
But the thing is,
like,
when I
special teams touchdowns.
when I looked back at Devin Hester, I knew something was going to happen. Cordell went both ways. I mean, he did make stuff happen a lot of the time, but Devin, he got the football. It was getting the midfield. You were confident he was getting a job done on. I can't say the same about Cordell.
Yeah.
But I'll give overall, Cordell might have been a better weapon on the offense than
All
Devin
right.
Hester.
Well, now I'm looking at this. What do you think would be harder, a punt return touchdown or a kick return touchdown?
It depends on where it is. I mean,
Okay, ready?
yeah.
100-yard punt return touchdown or 100-yard kick return touchdown?
I think with
Goal
the
line to
new-
goal line.
with the new rules, I think
No.
it's
Old rules.
old rules.
Like,
All right,
just
then it's a
basic.
punt, then it's a punt return. Because when you look at it, there's only 2 people on a punt return. There's only 2 people coming downfield. On a kick return, the entire team is coming down. All 11 people are running downfield. On a punt return, there's only 2 people running downfield because everyone else is rushing the punter.
All right, so what I saw was the other way around.
Mhm.
Because there's those 2 people coming at you,
Yeah,
it makes it easier to get
tackle.
through.
That's what I'm saying. Punt return's easier.
You said punt returns harder.
Did I?
Yeah.
And punt returns easier. Because you had those, you only have 2 guys chasing, and the guys downfield, they're mostly special, like O-line. So they're blocking. They're not meant for tackling. So if you have a really fast guy, you can get past there. Kick returns, you have guys that are meant to do that exactly there. There's no blocking. There's only skill position type guys.
So now thinking about that, kick returns definitely harder.
Yeah, 100%.
Or no, easier. That's what I meant. Because you have 11 guys coming at you with 11 guys blocking them, or 10 guys. And the kicker stays back. Remember that. The kicker doesn't trace.
Kicker most of the time. I mean, he stays back sometimes.
He's the
but
safety of kickoff.
Which is
So-
that makes it harder because then you have a kicker there.
So see, this is the kicker. As
Uh-huh.
the team starts going on old rules, they
Uh-huh.
start going here. The kicker's here.
Yeah.
The kicker traces. The kicker one is the slowest.
Yeah, but he's still there.
Yeah, but you have 10 guys blocking 10 guys.
Well, I don't think that's plus it takes more because at a punt goal line to goal line, that means that there's more time because remember, the guys on the line can't stop moving. The guys who are blocking, they can't go downfield to block. You only have 2 people running. But the people on the kickoffs, all of them start moving at the same time. On punt, half the team is still blocking. So I think punting from goal line to goal line is easier.
Okay, new rules.
Yeah.
Punt or kick.
Oh, it's 100% kick. You got so much time because by the time you catch the football, you're basically starting with a clean slate. It's basically a punt when you think about it. Because besides the 2 people running at you, so I think it's easier. You could debate that because you can look at how many kick returns there have been so far,
but
none.
The returning team can move, right? Or they have to wait till the ball's
They have to wait. Both teams have to wait.
Both teams, okay.
And if you move, that's a 15-yard penalty.
Oh, so
cool thing though is that if the football blows off the kickstand twice, then they can bring a 12th guy on the field. So
I do know that.
So that's only time in football rules where you can have 12 people on the field. But if he doesn't run off the field by the time the ball is caught, then that's 12 man on the field penalty.
So then you get a guy like Zay Flowers who knows how to.
No, you have to get the holder. You can't bring some random guy in. You have to bring in the holder. Yeah,
I didn't know that. I thought
it's not a rule, but it's just common sense.
So then that's why holders need speed training.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, exactly. Now it's because if you the worst thing that a player can do in their whole career is get called for 12 man on the field because you weren't getting to the sideline quick enough. As a Jets fan, I watched one of our greatest defensive players, Quentin Williams, start slowing down before he got to the sideline. We got flagged for 12 man on the field. I was so angry. We paid him like $90 million. He's really good, but you know how dumb you look when you're literally jogging off the field and then they start to play. Boom, you're flagged, and then you're just looking around like, what happened? What happened? You didn't run off the field. Is what you didn't do.
True.
So that's 10, 15 yards, and now I don't. It's just a dumb mistake, and it's dumb mistakes that makes every fan go crazy.
Okay, would Devin Hester fit in with the new rules? No. You don't think so? You think he would be a mediocre guy?
I think he'd be mediocre because he had the speed, he had the physical talents.
If you have a guy like a Dwayne Washington or a Michael Spurlock, not the greatest, right? They're arguably the worst kick returners in the league. Yeah. He would be. Yeah. Actually, that's probably extreme. Devin Hester is a very good kickoff returner.
It's a little. He had the physical.
Braxton Berrios, perfect, right there. He would be the Braxton Berrios.
It's funny because he was a former Jet, and he makes me want to cave my eyes out because he cannot catch the football.
Okay,
understand.
Another controversy.
Yeah,
controversy. I've been saying that.
Yeah,
and yesterday, right? I'm at work. I said fifth sandwich. I was walking out.
That's.
I'm shaving
it off on you.
Like 4 times, dude. Yeah. I'm being so serious. I bring out the plate. Right, I had 2 fish sandwiches.
You said it again.
No, I said fish sandwiches.
I don't know about that.
I said sandwiches. I've been I have to think about it.
Yeah.
And I go, I have the fish sandwich.
Do you have a list? Were you in Vietnam?
They're like, oh crap, they might have heard that. I'm like,
take your food. Bye.
So then I was like, all right, don't do it again. So then I was like, I have the 5th sandwich.
You thought about it. You thought about it so hard that you did it again.
My voice, I tried to just make it so
yeah.
I think my voice got deeper. I'm like, I have the 5th sandwich.
Yeah. I was like, that sucks.
That was not fun.
That sucks. You know what also sucks? Fantasy football. Oof. I hate it.
Fantasy football.
See, he won.
I love it.
Yeah, you want to? I just going to tell you the score. PPR, by the way. Just want to let y'all know. We play by normal rules here. Normal, but final. Basically, final score.
Your league's PPR.
Yeah, like normal people do. Yeah, you have whole numbers. No. Fancy.
No, I don't have whole numbers.
So then
how PPR?
Yeah, on PPR.
I didn't know you. Because, all right, so Ryan runs his own leagues.
I am the commissioner. I am a fun commissioner.
He is a fun commissioner. That's true. But for baseball, his league is arguably one of the hardest leagues to play in because he puts some of the craziest points to the point where I stopped caring about my team. And I had Garrett Cole, so no one got him.
So at the start of the season, I was in with a couple of my friends that were in the league, including him. I was like, how funny it would be if I had pitches as a point and then I turned it on. I'm like,
Calvin Ridley went for
Pretty fun.
84 and 2 touchdowns.
yeah, I'm happy. Doesn't change my final score. You know what
keep
my
talking.
final score was?
Okay, keep talking.
96 to 151. Yeah, it was a rough week. And but as I was saying, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so basically every pitch was a point. And by mid-season, everyone texted me saying that I need to stop touching the app because all they did was make their entire lineup just relievers and closers. Whoever was pitching that day, it did not matter who it was they were getting on the team. I saw some crazy pickups. I saw AJ Puck get picked up about 4 times. I saw Tanner Scott go crazy. It was every game was at least 1,000 points. So
You know what would have been crazy though?
AJ won it, by the way. Yeah.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
So we should do a league next year.
Yeah.
Crazy points. I will play that football league.
Like
if you do crazy
Oh,
points.
for football?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. You know what I can do? I can make defensive players. I can put punters. I can put head coaches. I can make every kick return yard, every kick field goal
You can put
yard.
head coaches?
Mm-hmm.
How do points for head coaches work?
Team win. Yeah. So basically, you're doing the team.
Wait, do you lose points if you lose?
Mm-hmm. I was gonna do that in my own league. That was gonna be my
Don't
thing.
do head coaches.
Yeah, no.
That
That's the thing as a commissioner that I hate about it is that commissioners tend to like just be dictators. So these are the rules. No,
because I'll be real with you.
Yeah,
head coach would be my first pick. Andy Reid.
It's not that many points. Well, the way I was gonna have it set up was like 3 points. It wasn't. It's like basically another kicker.
Oh.
It would because if I did like 55 points for a win, then oh god, no. If I had the Ravens head coach and he lost to the Browns, I'd be throwing my phone across the entire room. But I hate commissioners that are so strict. I asked my people in my league, I said, hey, what do you want? What do you think of this rule? What do you think of that? And I think that's how all commissioners should be, is to ask them what they want, what makes them enjoyable experience. I didn't make that many rule changes. The one thing that we all agreed on was there should be 2 flexes because we thought more flexes was good. We don't know about that. We're still debating on whether that's going to happen last year. And we got added another IR spot and another bench spot. And so far, it's worked pretty off well. What?
I'm moving up into the playoffs.
Yippee. I cannot say the same for myself. I really cannot say the same.
Wait, no, it's an 8-man playoff. Never mind. I'll be 9.
8 man. How many people are in your league?
12.
So you're just basically guaranteed a playoff spot, is what you're telling me.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, not in my league. We got 7 playoff spots for 12 people. You know what that means? 5 of them ain't making them. I'm one of those 5.
All right, ready? Dude, that's gonna be a close game.
It's gonna be a close game, you know.
Okay. So I just want to.
I hate fantasy football.
I want to mention something.
$120 prize pool. 3-7. What?
No, you make people pay 10, don't you?
Yeah.
All right. So ready? So in number 1 is 8-1. And then 2 is 6-3. That is a crazy gap for fantasy football.
Well, yeah.
Like there's nothing.
No, that's just the same one that Jack Gallagher has over us. Actually,
there was 3 people that are 6-3. There is 2 people that are 5-4. 2 that are 4-5. 3 that are 3-6. And then my mom is 1-8. All right.
But
dude, I'm in the playoffs. If the 8 seed loses,
the biggest thing with fantasy football.
If the 8 seed loses today, which is going to be a close game, he only has scored 723 points.
Yeah.
I have 805 right now.
I mean,
Andrew is only slotted to get 2 more points.
I wouldn't trust that.
Either way.
Yeah.
I still move up tonight.
Congratulations. You know what fantasy football is? It's luck. You know what? I'll still be delusional. I say, oh, I hate this team. I love this team. But it's luck. I pick players based off of matchups like Aaron Boone, and I still lose. It doesn't matter. I was projected 125 points. You know what I finished with? 96. All right. What are those? Oh,
we got
they got to throw them.
Whoa!
Had to bring that one down.
What do we got here, Ryan?
We got
QBC Sports Snack Review.
Snack Review. Caramel Rice Crisps. Not sponsored. Open it up while I continually talk about how I hate the Bears. I despise the Super Bowl shuffle. I hate everything that bad with Chicago. Besides deep dish, everything else is terrible. I gotta try it.
All right, we're gonna put this on the boom meter.
The booming? We can't copyright that. We're not copyright. We can't afford that. We don't have the licenses for that. That's good. No, anything with caramel in is pretty good. You got it. I remember last time. Hey. Remember last time you reviewed the mayo in the coffee? We gotta talk about that.
Did you ever post that?
Nope. Because saving videos like that is horrible. So just directly send it to me on iMessage. Snapchat needs to change their ways.
You just get.
Hate Zay Flowers. Hate receivers in general.
All right,
DJ
Ryan,
Moore.
We're putting these on a scale of 22.5. Yeah.
Why?
Because I want to.
Okay. Mr. 22 over here.
These get. Actually, you go first.
Out of 22 and a half?
Uh-huh.
I see like a 16 and a half.
Mm.
I like them, but it's like you can have like 6 or 10 and then you don't more. I don't think I can finish off a whole bag.
Dude, I could eat the whole bag.
Well, that's you. All right.
All right. I'm just going to base off the macros.
The macros?
100 calories.
Are you going to read off all the ingredients? No. No,
I'm not reading off all of them. 100 calories. 0.5
QBC Sports. We're talking about what are in these
QBC
Quaker
Fitness.
crackers.
Yeah. And then
Should probably not say that, but
and then you got a bag of it's one bag, 100 calories, 8 grams of sugar all added.
you really are just listing off the ingredients.
No,
but I'm not gonna list off the ingredients.
I'm eating these.
Yeah, because they
These are
taste
gas.
fine.
You want some more?
Yeah, sure, I'll take some.
All right, ready? Here comes an airplane.
Okay, what is it? Don't put it in my mouth. Well, no. I love fantasy football as the next guy. But no. It's luck. And it makes you so angry or it makes you so happy. And that's what life's about. That's the true meaning of life. And also the true meaning of life is benching CJ Stroud. That's what I did, and I'm a happy person. I'm a happy camper because I did that.
You only benched him because Diggs is out.
I benched him because he's horrible. Last game he put up 5 points.
Because he doesn't have his best wide receiver.
I don't care. You know who also put up 5 points? More than 5 points? That's right. Everyone's favorite, Mac Jones. Yeah. I'm Mac Jones. Honestly, no one on my team. Oh my God, the Jets lost 31-6.
How'd Brees Hall do?
I don't know. I don't care. I hate football, bro. Can we just skip to baseball, bro? We skipped to the Super Bowl. I mean, honestly, I don't even know what to tell you anymore. The Jets, you know what? I'm gonna tell you a little bit about the Jets, and it's a little simple. It's a little simple thing with the New York Jet football team. There's no one else you can blame. I'll blame the curse as much as I want to. All right, I'll blame the curse, but on top of all of it, beyond the curse, is the fact that we're so incompetent as a franchise. All right, our Woody Johnson is running for Senate.
Really?
As 89 years old, he's running for the U.S. Senate. Okay? He's running to be a politician 4 weeks after firing the head coach of his franchise that he owns. Like, he says he wants to have more of an involved role with the New York Jets.
Take down! He's not questionable anymore.
Yeah, injuries are horrible, by the way. Oh, actually, I
don't have to start Jalen Waddle.
I don't know if we can put that up on the screen, but in my fantasy league, I wanted to send this to ESPN. I want to show you what Andrew's lineup. He has so many injuries. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. But no, the injuries for receivers have been so bad, it's not even funny. Like, somebody needs to check up on this. Yikes, this group should not be a thing. Oh, my God.
All right, Ryan exposing the group chat with very
I'm not
vague
exposing the
details.
group chat. There's a lot of text in here. Here it is. So this is what his bench looks like as we're on the top of the fantasy football. T. Higgins, he's out. Michael Pittman, he's out. Tua, he's concussed.
Still?
Yep. Well, I mean, he's back, but he's concussed. Okay.
He's
He's throwing the football like he's concussed.
CT ESPN.
Corey Tillman, I bet you never heard his name before this year. He's on bye. Amari Cooper, he's out. Chris Olave, he's gone for the year. And then Juju, he's gone for the year. His entire bench is receivers that are out for the year. Chris Olave's on the IR.
Wait.
Juju's on the IR.
Why does he have 5 wide receivers?
Because they all got hurt this week. So we all went into this week with all these receivers, and free agency has no receivers left besides Sterling Shepard. So So basically, who he was planning on starting this? That's crazy. Who he planned on starting this week was T. Higgins and Michael Pittman and Amari Cooper. You just love those sound effects, don't
No,
you?
why would you start T. Higgins?
Because that's all he had left. Actually, let's go check who he did start this week. Nice
There goes
one.
my phone.
Nice one. He started. Oh my God, he's gonna lose to Brady. Well, there goes my playoff hopes. I'm officially knocked out of the playoffs, guys. He started Gabe Davis and Ricky Pearsall.
How is Ricky Pearsall doing?
He did good today. 17 points, a touchdown, and 4 receptions for 73 yards.
Yads.
And above all else, I mean, he started 2 tight ends at his flex. Oh, yikes.
Are you a 2 tight end flex?
No. I'm a
Oh.
2. We have 2 flexes, but we don't. Nobody puts 2 tight ends in.
Like 2 flexes.
Mark Andrews and Jake Ferguson, and then Hunter Henry. So he started 3 tight ends.
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't think that was a winning formula. I'm not gonna lie. Also gave him Saquon Barkley for Breece Hall. That was honestly, that's not my worst deal. You know what's the worst deal I ever made in fantasy? And it was this year. It was to Wesley Martell. You know what I gave him? I gave him, what do you call it? I gotta think. David Montgomery and
What happened to Sony Michel?
Oh, he died. Simple. He died. And it's not his fault. It just
Is he on the Rams?
I think so. Oh, I gave him Drake London and David Montgomery. You know what I got in return? Brandon Ayuk and DeAndre Swift. DeAndre Swift hasn't put up a 10-point game in the past 3 weeks, and Brandon Ayuk is out for the year, never to be seen again.
In the
Not that he
last
was getting
3
hurt.
weeks against Washington for week 8,
Mm.
DeAndre Swift puts up 19.
Okay, maybe I was off by 2. Okay, my bad. But nonetheless, DeAndre Swift was a good return for David Montgomery, who I didn't start David Montgomery anyways. But Brandon Ayuk can't catch a football. Then he got hurt for the year on a catch, which was the only catch of the day, by the way. So
I want to see what happened to Sony Michel.
I mean, Sonny Michel was pretty good. I won't lie. But I'll tell you, to all your fantasy owners, if you want to do anything to make the playoffs, stop starting QBs that are playing against good defenses. That is the number one thing. I don't care if he's your starting QB. Find someone in free agency that's playing
Sony
Carolina.
Michel retired.
Huh?
Dude, he's not in any fantasy league.
Maybe go check Google before you just go look at fantasy. I mean, Sonny Michel was good. Don't get me wrong.
He was good with the Patriots.
He was pretty good. Chase Brown is an underlying fantasy boom, by the way. I'm just letting you know now. 22 points this week against
career
the
ended
Ravens.
in 2023.
Just saying. Wow, he did really retire.
According to Sean McVay, the running back made the decision to retire because his body was telling him it was time to call quits.
You know what's another retirement that makes me really angry? Corey Davis. Know nothing about Corey Davis, all right? 4th down merchant. Never heard that one before, have you? He on every 4th down, he was perfect on 4th down. With every target to him, he caught it and converted. He retired last year, and I found out when I was in Portugal. And it was one of the worst things ever to happen in my life when I got Corey Davis retires from the game of football. And I look why. He says, my family just said they didn't like me playing football. I said, you were on a $29 million contract. You could go home. I mean, I respect your decision. Don't get me wrong. But $29 million? Couldn't play for another year? Couldn't play for another 4 years?
How much of that was guaranteed?
All of it. See, the Jets aren't good with money. We basically get a random.
All right, ready? Here.
We get a random stockbroker from
Okay.
what do you call it?
29 million guaranteed. If he retires, he gets 29 million.
Oh, yeah, the Jets aren't good with money. Okay, well, in my defense, Woody Johnson would just hand out the money whoever will ask.
Because
for
he
it.
has it.
Woody Johnson doesn't have money. You know who has money? New York. You think he pays for it? Yeah, I hate MetLife. Well, I kind of like it. Going to MetLife recently, the one thing that I'll say about MetLife is that a lot of it's good. The one problem about it is that their teams are horrible. So you have the worst fan base that you can at a stadium, a bunch of angry, drunk New York fans inside of a packed stadium on a Sunday at 1 o'clock when they have work tomorrow. You know what that means? They're going to fall down the flight of stairs and almost die.
Best fan base in every sport. Baseball, basketball, football.
Okay.
All right.
My answer is the same city for everywhere, so it doesn't matter.
I don't think so.
What do you mean best, like nicest fan base or best? Like
no, just best, period.
Like most what do I want to say? Loyal fan bases.
We'll do categories.
Mhm.
Most loyal
most-
Chicago Cubs fans for baseball.
Cubs, yeah, I could put them there. I could also say Angel fans. They don't really complain about their team being horrible. They just kind of just enjoy the ride. The Angel, I can't say the same thing about the Oakland Athletics. They whine and complain. They have the right to, but if you were loyal, you wouldn't complain as much as they do. But no, I think the Angels definitely have a big, and the Diamondbacks too. I mean, they're good, but they went to the
Honestly,
championship.
anyone who's like, when did Randy Johnson retire?
When did Randy Johnson retire? How did we get here? We were talking about loyal fan bases. Now we're talking about Randy Johnson. I hate Randy Johnson. You know why? Because he's scary in the show, and he's scary everywhere else. He killed a bird. He doesn't like animal rights.
So he retired in 2009.
Yeah.
He played
the year I was born.
Hold please. He played
Arizona. He played for Seattle. He played for.
He played for 22 years.
That's a pretty good career.
So anywhere from year 1 to year 4 of the Diamondbacks, and if you're still a Diamondbacks fan, it's because of Randy Johnson.
I mean, you could say that, but it could just be because you're a Diamondbacks fan.
Name a Diamondbacks fan from that time.
I don't know Diamondback fans, period.
Oh, Diamondback players from that time. Corbin Carroll.
You're talking about now?
No.
Oh, I'm talking about back then. Okay. Was Joe Thompson on that team?
I don't know.
Joe
I just
Thompson
wanted
was
to see
pretty
if
good.
you'd say some. I don't even think that's a name.
That is a name.
Whatever.
All right. Back on topic. Where were we? We were on fantasy football. Wow. Welcome to QBC Sports. If we had AJ here, we'd probably go from Yamamoto to how many people could you shove in a box? The Cardinals, that's a nice way to put it. The Cardinals stifle the Jets. You mean hit them down with a hammer until they stop moving? Yeah. That's more like
Jets
it.
crash landing.
No plays over 15 yards for the New York Jets. Do I need to say any other stat? They didn't have one play over 15 yards. You know what? That's a first down and more. That's all I'm asking for. That's all I'm asking for is a slant route, a little post, a little gimme. Oh, we get a run up the middle. Another run up the middle.
Gimme.
And then, of course, Rodgers. Okay, play action. You know where I'm going to throw it? That's right, to the sound guy. The sound guy is actually eligible if you look at the 1894 NFL Rule Edition. Then he can run up the sideline and score a touchdown.
Please tell me you're lying.
No, Rodgers probably thinks that in his head. He probably tries to throw it to him. I won't lie.
I thought you were actually being serious.
Yeah, I mean at this point,
the
sound
guys weren't even a thing. I am dumb.
Sound guy probably runs better routes than Garrett Wilson sometimes. I won't lie. I love Garrett. Wilson.
Garrett Wilson had that catch in the end zone.
It's a really cool catch. The Jordan post, nice one.
If you could see my feet right now, I'm kind of doing.
He's doing the Jordan thing. It was cool. Just how about we catch the football a lot more?
The most hated fans
in the NFL.
Wait, no, most loyal football fans.
I want to say Carolina. A lot of people came from Cam Newton, though. That's only thing. I can't say. I want to say the Lions. No, it's the Lions. My bad.
Oh yeah,
my bad. It's the Lions. Yeah, it's the Lions. They were horrible. The Browns fans they're not doing good.
We don't even talk about that. There's no debate there. It's definitely the Lions.
Yeah, because you got to think about it as
Browns fans too.
Yeah, but the Browns fans hate their franchise so much that they will burn it to the ground.
Okay, most hated MLB fan base.
Yankees. That's not.
Wait, we didn't do loyal NBA.
Loyal NBA. Pelicans. How do you trade AD, get Zion, and Zion gets out 4 years in a row, and you still support your team? I couldn't. I won't lie. I would leave. I'd go somewhere else if I watched my star player get hurt 4 years in a row, including this year. What's left? Quinton Mitchell? He hasn't put up more than 10 in 3 years.
Cavalier fans.
No.
Yes, 100%.
They have LeBron.
As soon as LeBron left, they were dog poop.
Yeah, but that's because LeBron carried that entire roster.
Exactly.
J.R. Smith was on that roster.
Knicks fans could be considered loyal.
I want to burn this franchise to the ground. I hate it. Hate everything about it. Tom Tiddable's bald head. I can see my face in the TV off of his bald head. You don't understand.
Actually,
It's so shiny. Yeah,
Look.
I can see myself through the TV. I'm the dumb one on the show, apparently.
no. Yeah, yes, you are.
Okay.
No, because like if you think about it, a TV, right?
If you think about it, I can see the bald head of a place in New York. No, his head's very shiny. Okay, his head's very shiny.
What I thought was like you meant like when they show like a shot of him, like you can see yourself.
Oh yeah, I get that. No, you make sense. You make sense. But no, he's a really bad head coach, and I think that the way he walks around and yells at people makes him look like a Smurf.
Most hated fans in the NBA, New York Knicks fans.
Yeah, we cussed out Trae Young, and then he put up 45 on us, and then we cussed him out again. And he put up 50 on us, and then he cussed him out again, and he knocked us out of the playoffs.
Most hated MLB fans. Yankees.
We threw garbage on the Guardians field. We punched a Rays kid. We've done every bad thing you can think of. We ripped the ball from Mookie Betts' hands in the World Series.
And one of your fans was wearing a sliding mitt.
He almost snapped his wrist.
I know.
That was like
most hated NFL fans.
Eagles.
Yeah,
I've seen the Eagles fans get like hated on when they're not even playing. When I went to the Giants Commanders game, there was one guy that had an Eagle shirt on. He got beer bottles thrown at him. They do not like the Eagles. I promise you. No one does. Dallas Cowboy fans do.
Yeah, no one likes the Cowboys.
I want to say the most nice fan bases, all the Milwaukee teams. Bucks, Green Bay, and the Brewers.
Green Bay has been some buttholes.
Say that. I mean, that's what people think, but they're really nice. I like them.
Hey.
It's coming from someone who's clearly been to the Midwest, guys.
Hey.
Yeah, okay.
You know,
100%.
Can't swear on the podcast.
They're pretty nice. I think Milwaukee people are nice. When you go to Minnesota, that's a different story. Minnesota Twins are really angry for some reason. I would be too, actually, if my team sucked so bad. But you know, Gary Sanchez is a player sometimes.
True. All right.
As he thinks in silence.
Hang on.
You might want to switch the camera back to me.
Yeah.
Pan, so I don't have to keep turning around like I'm dramatically staring at me.
Most favorite fan base, like everyone loves them.
That's why I was saying Milwaukee, but no, I don't think they do. I think everyone loves Lions fans. I think everyone loves. Met fans are close. I think Met fans are close. I don't think that many people can hate them because when their team's terrible, they don't get angry. Besides Frank the Tank, but he shouldn't be allowed anywhere near the game of baseball. So, no, I think the Mets fans, they deal with a lot. They start winning and they're happy.
When have you heard someone hate on the Chicago White Sox fans?
Well, because they're horrible. You can't hate on somebody that's depressed. They're sitting there. Yeah, I'm a fan of the Chicago White Sox. Hey, you suck. I'd report.
Hey, your team sucks.
I'd report you to the bullying association. I ain't gonna lie. That's just borderline bullying. There's no need for that.
And then you look at
You good?
Yeah,
you look like you're trying to see a guy in the far distance.
I just
like,
zoned out.
Is that
I had the team.
Is that Drake May over there?
Does anyone?
Is that Drew Bledsoe?
Does anyone? Drew Bledsoe.
Bledsoe.
Whole reason Tom Brady's the GOAT.
Oh yeah. Well, actually, we're the whole reason Tom Brady's the GOAT because we hurt Drew Bledsoe. Fun fact.
But what if he had stronger ribs?
Yeah. Also, we were by the way, before the 199 pick, we were the 198. So we could also drafted him. And yeah, that's why I hate the Jets because Tom Brady dominated us for 4 years.
Tom Brady would not have worked with the Jets.
Yeah, no duh. Well, Jets ruins players.
It was meant to be with the Patriots.
It could have been a couple of. I can't lie. Bill Belichick definitely brought him to the player he was. You put him on a team like right now, like then put him with the 49ers, put him with like the Rams. Well, Kurt Warner. The Cardinals, like if you gave him a team like that,
if Tom Brady went to a powerhouse quarterback team,
yeah, like the Rams,
dude, he would have been screwed.
I was going to say Miami.
He would have been like
1970.
He would have been like Blaine Gabbert.
Okay, we're going to stop the conversation at Blaine Gabbert, and we're going to talk about Jimmy Graham. Jimmy Graham.
Oh my gosh, Doug Flutie.
Okay, yeah, we're not playing.
How about this? You know what?
Yeah.
No. I want to I actually
That's what me and AJ did during the schooners. We just named off players that we thought.
Ready?
PJ Walker was one of my favorites.
Greatest sports names of all time. We're just gonna keep listing one for one.
Oh, that's a
I'm
problem.
gonna start now. Richard Fitz, also known as Dick Fitz.
Big Mac, Mark McGuire. We should just go nicknames, really. I can't think of any names. I ain't gonna lie, but
True.
no, Big Mac. I love
General Booty.
General Booty. Yikes. I don't know. Obama. No Taco Fall.
Mm-hmm. Always right. URI basketball.
What? Yeah, we're stopping there. We're naming an entire team.
We're going. Let's go.
Naming an entire team. Okay.
Yours.
Wait, I don't know. Mobamba.
Okay.
Calling like a motherfucking dog. What's she? See, I got the stadium pulse on him. He doesn't know what to do.
Hey, you're right.
I like college football, the game, but
Kool-Aid McKinstry.
That's a pretty good game. I'm not a game player.
There's one on your team.
On the Jets or
Jets.
What? You got me actually confused. Who are you talking? Kevin Ubudu?
Sauce Gardner.
Oh, Sauce Gardner. Yeah. Ahmad Sauce Gardner. When he was drafted, I will tell you right now, I made fun of our franchise for drafting him. You know why? Because he was from Cincinnati, a terrible division. And on top of that, I said to myself, we didn't need a corner. He's not good now. Sauce just let up 2 touchdowns. So I really don't care. There's nothing left. Remember, if you take anything away from us, is that the Jets ruins talent. Every player that came to the New York Jets always had a good amount of talent because we know how to draft. We don't know how to develop. You know who was with us? DeMario Davis. He left when he realized we're horrible. Leonard Williams. No, Leonard Fournette was with us for a little bit, I think. But no. It's rough being a rookie on the Jets.
Mr. October.
You can't just...
That's a great nickname.
Mr. November. What about that one?
Who?
Derek Jeter, because we played in November in Game 7. Bing
bong. Yeah, I played one game in Game 7.
Bing gang.
Big Poppy. David Ortiz.
Oh.
That's an iconic nickname.
Yeah. But no way.
What happened?
Next loss. Pacers.
Bing bong.
I really do. I think that being a New York fan is hard. Joe Montana. What? Is that
Montana.
What is that like a fancy? Is that like a?
I don't know.
Is that a nickname? I mean, if you're talking about names, Fruity Flakes. Yeah. All the sound effects now.
All right. You know what?
Let's get back on track.
Greatest sports movies of all time.
Rookie.
Rookie?
The Rookie.
What sport?
Baseball.
You mean Rookie of the Year?
Rookie of the Year. Why am I blanking on the name? Rookie of the Year. Obviously, you got to go The Sandlot and Moneyball. There's not that many good basketball movies besides Air Bud. And Air Bud.
Coach Carter.
Coach Carter is a good one. You're right. But yeah, Coach Carter is a good one. I can't. But Air Bud, really? Come on.
Air Bud's a great movie.
But it's so dumb.
I cried to Air Bud.
How?
I was 7.
That didn't equal anything. What, did you see the dog shoot a 3? He said, so majestic. It's basically Russell Wilson. Okay.
That's what went on in my brain.
When you saw a dog shoot a 3, a literal dog shoot a 3.
Miracle on Ice.
That is a pretty good one. I can't lie. Miracle on Ice was pretty good. You know what also was a good movie? The Titans. Attack on Titan.
Remember the Titans. That's what it is.
Remember the Titans. You're going to say Attack on Titans. Crazy coming from this guy over here.
Little Giants.
Little Giants is good. Benchwarmers.
Benchwarmers 2. That is very
Major League.
take.
Okay, Major League was good. Major League 2 was also kind of good. Major League 3. Never watch it ever. It is so bad. How does the plot's just hard?
Happy Gilmore.
Such a good movie. I'm so happy they're making the second one. It's like one of the first sports movies I've ever watched.
How much you want to bet there's going to be at least one scene of
I want him to fight. I want him to
Gilmore,
fight the Price of Right guy again.
of Happy Gilmore popping a hip.
No, there's a good shot.
Right?
Yeah, there's a pretty good shot. I can't lie. Happy Gilmore was I feel like most movies with Adam Sandler are good. What?
Who's his Ben something, right? Hang on.
Ben? Just the name Ben?
Space Jam.
Space. You got Ben from Space Jam?
No, Space Jam. Arguably the greatest basketball movie of all
that
time.
is, I can't
Space
lie.
Jam 2, horrible.
Space Jam 2,
That
no.
was horrible.
I actually was physically angry when they knocked the New York Knicks on Space Jam. LeBron actually put in a joke about the New York Knicks in his movie. You know how much you have to hate a franchise to actually put them in your own movie and docking them? Come on now. Was there any need for that, LeBron? No. We're at the bottom of the East. We're 12th place. You can leave us alone. Can't believe LeBron doxed us in Space Jam 2.
I'm trying to think who
is that when your franchise hits poverty? When you get knocked out in Space Jam? Oh yeah, 100%. Second Space Jam was nearly not as good.
Just keep talking.
It's a worse plot than the first one. And it's not even a cool plot because it's like it's just based around the Warner Brothers. Honestly, if you ask a kid right now what the Warner Brothers are, I don't think they can tell you. And it actually scares me to think about it. I don't know how many kids you could ask between the ages of like 8, 9, and 2 and 3 and be like, hey, what's Warner Brothers? I don't know. You know why? Because nobody really watches cartoons like that anymore. I feel really sad because I really like cartoons and I really liked Warner Brothers.
All right, hang on. I'm at the Hubie Halloween cast.
What are you on about?
Hold. Just shut your mouth.
I am.
Ben Stiller is coming out with a pickleball movie.
That's what the great reveal is.
Heard it here first.
Bad News Bears. That's also a good one. I can't lie. Bad News Bears is pretty good.
Ben Stiller. To all my pickleball lovers, Brian James Quilter.
2 of you.
Yeah.
Me, Brian James Coulter.
You like pickleball?
I kind of like it. It's like tennis, but fun.
So make that 3. We got this guy too.
How's it going? It's also kind of, I like pickleball because of the nicknames.
A pickleball movie?
No.
Yes.
I would not watch them.
No.
I would not watch that.
Have you seen Dodgeball?
Yeah.
That's going to be the exact same thing.
Not as fun.
Just pickleball.
Yeah.
I guarantee it's going to be the same.
Yeah,
Ben
guys.
Stiller will play
Who's ready
the
to
same
watch
exact
2
character.
hours of this guy competing in pickleball?
I want to.
Oh, God. You can quiet down a little bit. Yeah, that's what the movie's going to sound like when they realize that they paid $16 million in the budget.
Didn't know we were at a comedy show.
The movie is called Wow, you are quick with that. Wow. How did you find that movie so quick?
Yeah.
That's horrifying. It's a pickleball.
It's like, it's going to be great.
It's going to be great. $2 million budget for about $100 in the box office. 2 people are going to show up and it's the pickleball winners. They should just play that before.
No, it's going to, like, Hubie Halloween, or not Hubie Halloween, because that was, like, Adam Sandler's, like, biggest movies in the past few years.
Come on now.
There goes my phone.
Dropping your phone.
So,
I'm surprised your phone just hasn't shattered yet.
And it's a brick, dude, compared to Nokia.
Continue.
So, the Dink and Happy Gilmore 2 probably won't go out to theaters. I think it'll be a at-home movie only.
I hope not. Happy Gilmore is really cool.
Happy Gilmore's.
It was so fun.
amazing.
I want him to fight the Price is Right guy again. It was so fun.
Okay.
Gold is pretty fun.
So this is basically the description of pickleball players. So the Dink, a washed-up tennis pro, tries to save a club by reluctantly playing pickleball to earn his father's respect. Stiller has a supporting role.
Yippee. This guy's gonna go what I want to see, like one of the dramatic shots of just the ball bouncing in the kitchen and then the music tenses up and then all of a sudden he pops it over the fence because pickleball's hard to play if you like taking balls far. So I mean if you
Whoa.
Okay, well that doesn't even make sense. That doesn't even make sense. You can't even say that there. That doesn't make sense.
Taking balls far.
Yeah. What does that have to do with anything? Think. Does that make sense?
Yes.
You're gonna knock yours out of the park? Bye, ball. This is great.
I honestly think The Dink is going to be a great movie.
Yeah, by the way, we're still in fantasy football.
Here, how about this? To make everyone happy.
There we go.
There.
Yeah. Ed Harris is going to be the movie.
I have no idea who that is. I probably do. I'm just.
Yeah, you probably know his face. Honestly, that's a lot of actors with me. My favorite actor, Tom Hanks. I'm a big Tom Hanks guy. What about you, kid? Favorite actor?
Adam Sandler.
That's a good choice. How about you? Favorite actor? There's a lot of good options, but it's nothing crazy.
We have our
The Dink is such a good name for it, though. I
we
can't
have-
lie. I agree. Adam Sandler's a real good actor.
Adam Sandler, the GOAT.
And the best part about him in his life too, he's always just around in normal clothing. Other people like Kim Kardashian,
100%.
he's like they're in their fancy $900,000 clothes. Adam Sandler has a baggy shorts, t-shirt on, and a dog on a leash, and that's how he goes around Hollywood. And I love it because that's how people should be, especially when they make as much money as he does, which I mean is a lot of money.
All right, going through the comments real quick. Not the second Space Jam. He tried to be the GOAT and fell short.
Second Space Jam was.
Oh my
hard.
gosh! He just
Okay.
admitted it
How
again.
many times are we doing this? This is running dry.
No, it's not,
The well is running dry. Do you see anyone?
dude. I think it's hilarious that
I also think it's hilarious. We said Dennis Rodman was the top 5 player of all time.
he's the top 5 defender of all time.
I can name a couple guys that can't call him the top 5.
That is crazy. Ryan, what's your thoughts on that?
He's all the way over there. How is he even? I want to join in at this point.
Is Dennis Rodman a top 5 defender?
We
of
had
all
this
time?
debate already. How many times are we going to bring this up?
Because I
I
think it's hilarious that you like.
honestly, I'd rather you say Charles Barkley. You know how
You think Charles Barkley is a better defender than
you
Dennis
said
Rodman?
rebounder? Yeah, he's the best rebounder of all time, no duh. But defender, maybe Draymond Green's top 10. I can't lie. Yeah, 100%. Why you look at me like that's crazy? One defensive player of the year twice.
Did you say top 5?
Top 10.
Oh,
Larry Bird. I love Larry Bird.
Larry Bird.
Larry Bird. All right, we gotta get back on topic.
No, we don't.
we don't. But like,
Never, ever, ever.
there's stuff I want to cover. Oh, we don't have anything really. I won't
Yeah.
lie. Wow, that was.
Okay.
I mean, we could talk about how I want to like just ban all fantasy football. I want to be president, and I want to just ban all fantasy football. You got to play fantasy hockey.
Fantasy hockey.
I would never.
No.
I would never.
I don't even understand
I
hockey.
don't understand hockey. I understand offsides. because
Fantasy soccer would be horrible.
people play it. No,
I know.
people,
That would be.
I would every week. I would lose my mind because every game would take 3 hours to watch, and I'm like, so does it, like imagine if it's only scores too? It's not like passes or
Yeah.
anything. So you wait 14 minutes for wait. No, it has to be like passes or something or assist because like
No, because assists are goals,
some games can end in 0-0. What points do you get from that game?
right?
Tackles,
Yeah.
maybe.
How does fantasy? How does fantasy
She's
soccer?
figuring out that when you make your fantasy roster for the playoffs, and when you put your guys out there for fantasy roster, like make sure that JSM isn't on there. Okay, all you people who have him, drop him. There's no reason. He's horrible. Okay, Geno Smith isn't a good QB. Everyone tells me, oh, he's an upside. Oh, he's a boom. JSM is not going to do anything. All right, he's never going to be that performer that you think he is. Okay, most receivers aren't going to be as good as you think he is. You know
Oh, yeah.
why? Because nobody throws him the football. The only consistent receiver is Drake London. I ship Drake London off for Brandon Ayuk. So yeah, I hate this.
All right, ESPN PPR fantasy soccer. A goal 10. Yeah, goal 10 points. At the end of the day, it's all about putting the ball in the back of the net.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Good news. That happens about maybe once or 4 times a game.
Anywhere, yeah. An assist.
And also,
An assist is 5 points
okay, that's
Half.
reasonable.
because you're half like
You're halfway to the yeah.
exactly. You're
Yeah,
50%
yeah.
of why the goal
So
happened.
where is the most of the points scored?
Shot on goal is 2. Can't score if you don't shoot.
What counts as a shot on a goal? Just any shot taken?
Yeah.
In direction? Okay.
Um,
That's certainly interesting.
a chance created is 1 point. So
Is
that's
passes a stat? Like what?
so basically how I understand it is say you have player 1 and player 2 on your team, they're on the same team, right?
Uh-huh.
So player 1 passes it to player 2.
Mm.
Player 2 shoots and misses. Player 2 gets 2 points, and player 1 gets 1 because a chance created is a pass that leads to a shot.
Okay, so what I'm seeing is that I'd rather not watch the game, even though I have money on the fantasy. Okay, well that sounds fun to all you fantasy lovers.
Getting down to the low points.
Mhm.
Appearance, 1 point. So
So you're telling me if they're on the field, they get 1 point.
all right, so ready? Yes. If a player appears in a game,
And my one pitch was bad.
shut up and let me talk.
I am letting you
If
talk.
a player appears in a game as one of his team's 11 starters or as one of the 3 possible substitutes,
only
it's
3?
worth a point.
I did not know there was only 3 subs. My bad.
Yeah. So you're guaranteed 11 points, I think.
If you put people in the lineup, yeah.
Yeah. Shot off goal.
So ball that
Okay,
hits-
so shot on goal is a shot that gets blocked.
yeah.
A shot off goal is just
One that doinks off.
is an off target shot. So yeah, I guess. So that's 0.5.
So if a guy just runs around the goal and just boots one to the left side, that counts as a point.
Mhm.
Yeah.
A tackle 1 is 0.5.
Thank God. Something good.
Interception is 0.5.
Intercepted.
It's when you like
Down the sideline. Oh my God. I want to put like Chris Collinsworth on a soccer game. He'd probably go mad.
and then a block is 0.5, a clearance is 0.5, a completed pass is 0.1.
What's clearance? Well, yeah, because think how many passes are. How many
Yeah.
passes? Like there's like maybe 80 to 50 passes a game. So that's a couple good amount of points.
Well,
It's like rushing yards.
A clearance boots like it's just clearance is clearing the ball.
Like the show.
This is when a player boots the ball away from his own
Hey
goal
guys,
to
don't play
eliminate
fantasy
the
soccer.
danger.
You're gonna want to cry.
So when this player I guess it could be the goalie. It's when the ball is away from the goal.
Yippee. I'm happy.
Completed pass, 0.1 points. A foul is -1. A yellow card is -2. Red card is -5.
Should be minus
and then
15.
A penalty kick is -5. It's equally bad when you don't deliver from the penalty spot, but this doesn't happen much either.
So what I'm hearing is that I'd rather play
Wait,
hockey.
we're not
fantasy.
even there done yet.
What's left?
Goalies, a clean sheet, or a shutout, 10 points.
Say
One
clean
goal.
sheet?
Yeah, no, like zeros all over.
Oh, I got it.
One goal only is 3. A save is 3. A penalty kick save is 10. Cross claim is 1. A cross punch is 1. A smother is 1. And then misplay, -2 points. Goal against is -5. And then yellow and red cards count. So
What's tomorrow, Coulter? What's the holiday tomorrow?
Veterans Day.
Veterans Day. You know how many people? Over 1,000 NFL players have played. Let me rephrase that. Over 1,000 NFL players have served in the armed forces, and I think that's great. And
Coast Guard, military.
yeah, those are the 5 branches.
Well, I just said military.
Let's go, guys.
Coast Guard, Marines, Army, Navy, Air Force.
You're missing one.
Space Force.
Space Force.
Wait, is the Space Force like actual? Like I know it's an actual thing,
Mhm.
but
It's mostly just Air Force cadets. A lot of them got transferred over, as far as I know.
what does the space?
Oh yeah, fun fact. Speaking of on Veterans Day, did you know that the Eagles and the Steelers combined into one NFL team during World War II?
Mhm.
They didn't have enough people to actually have a full roster, so they combined both teams to actually play for the 1944-1945 season during World War II.
Yeah.
Same thing baseball did in World War I.
The United States Space Force is a military branch of the U.S. Armed Forces focused primarily on organizing, training, and equipping space forces to protect U.S. and allied interests in space.
Yeah.
Because aliens exist.
You don't understand. Satellites are really important.
Oh, yeah.
Satellites are really important.
But no, we're going to war with aliens.
Yeah, by aliens, we mean little dust pieces on
We are going
Mars.
to war with
Hey,
aliens.
it's the most American thing to bomb them.
The Space Force protecting from Joe Namath curse?
I don't think they can. I can't lie.
So, yeah, they just protect satellites.
Oh, my God. Derrick Rose.
What did he do?
He's just there. I miss Derrick Rose. Man,
I think we all do, right?
I think Derrick Rose needs to be studied.
Yeah.
It's like, how can that happen to a person, you know? We should have a national holiday for Derrick Rose. We should have off of school, off of work, it to be a national holiday for Derrick Rose getting hurt.
You get a 24-hour live stream podcast.
And it's required by the state that you have to pay attention to it. What do we got here? Yeah, basically Men in Black.
Yeah.
I can't argue with that.
Men in Black.
But Men in Black you can't lie. Men in Black looked a little cooler than what I've seen from the Space Force. Some Space Force cadets are not what I call par to military. Sometimes I see like 5'4" kids that are like maybe 20, maybe 19.
Yeah, they're just really smart and they sit behind a computer all day.
They have glasses. Oh yeah, because
it's not like they go to space. Do they go to space?
I imagine some of them, but I don't think they have like no, they don't have anything on the moon. I remember they wanted to when they formed the Space Forces that they planned on putting a moon base on there. I mean, honestly, having a garrison on the moon is basically the best thing you can do at this point.
Okay, so
it's a great. I love Veterans Day because November 11th. Oh yeah, November 11th is like I love the history behind it because it's the fact that 11th day, 11th month, 11th hour of the 11th minute, maybe of the
11 minute.
11 minute of I think maybe the 11th second. I doubt it because they were not that good at predicting stuff back then. But it's really cool. I mean, given a lot of people during World War I, they decided just to do one of the dumbest things because a lot of generals wanted the fame and glory. So then before the hand hit 11 hour, 11 minute, they just did a bunch of charges in the no man's land. A bunch of people died before the end of the war. You can look at the stats. A lot of people lost their lives in the last 10, 15 minutes.
So, but
terrible.
Getting back on topic, which correct, that is terrible. That is horrible. But getting back onto it,
the clock
during World War II, 995 NFL athletes joined the ranks of our military and served our country.
Mm-hmm. That's
23 out of those 995 players have died or died in war.
I thought you were saying.
I mean, they all
alive.
died, right?
Yeah,
I think they all should be dead by now.
You're saying that like you made sure that was a thing that happened.
Like I'm just thinking because I just kind of like messed up.
Oh, there's a couple. There's a couple World War II veterans that are still alive. There's a decent amount left,
but
they're definitely getting worse. I mean, by the time we hit 2030, there's going to be about like 10 and 15.
Yeah.
So I want to say specifically 10 to 13. Vietnam is definitely a big. Korea. I think people need to talk about Korea a little more. I can't lie. 1 million American people lost their lives in Korea, and history no one teaches about Korea.
That's true.
But yeah, Veterans Day tomorrow, and we have a pretty good football game, Miami versus Los Angeles. And I love on Veterans Day when they have camo. Okay, the Eagles 134-6. Yeah, Cowboys should fire Jerry Jones. Is that possible? No, because he owns the team. But nonetheless,
I do want to mention one thing in 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
Just getting my facts straight.
Yeah.
I think as all veterans do stand out,
mm-hmm.
they're all a big part of our country.
Mm-hmm.
Pat Tillman
might
be
I was thinking of.
the number one veteran.
Pat Tillman,
like that served. So basically,
Pat Tillman was a big inspiration.
After 9/11, he decided to leave the NFL and provide for his country, and he enlisted in the military.
He served in Afghanistan, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I think that's
Tillman
great.
Went on to hold, please.
Tillman was also a beast on the gridiron.
So yes, so
unstoppable.
So actually, Pat and Kevin, brothers.
Mm-hmm.
Pat, obviously in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin actually might have.
Kevin definitely played college.
I think so. Yeah.
I think I remember hearing about that Kevin played in college.
And then,
okay, this is where we got.
So an investigation by the U.S. Army Criminal Investigation Division (CID) concluded that Pat Tillman and the Afghan militia, I don't care.
Okay.
Soldier were killed by friendly fire.
That's. I think that was a mistake. I think
when one part of his platoon fired upon the other in confusion.
I think at first,
Go ahead. Oh. After nearby gunfire was mistakenly believed to be from enemy combat.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is I remember there was a controversy where at first they thought it was enemy fire that killed him, but later they found out it was friendly fire.
But
Respects out to Tillman.
Respects to every single veteran in the
Mhm.
world.
Happy Veterans Day.
Yes,
They
that is
tried. That's
true.
what I'm saying. Is that it was a little controversy that they tried to cover that up. It's a little weird, but the military is always a little shady. There's always a little bit of it.
When Tillman died, he was a specialist to a corporal.
No,
And
things are a little confusing. Specialist to corporal. I thought
Yeah.
a specialist would be head of a corporal. I always thought it would private corporal, staff sergeant. Now I'm just trying to.
Pat Tillman's mom criticized his decision to honor Prince Harry.
Okay,
Huh?
this is kind of getting.
This is where we put our QBC twist on.
What hole are we getting into right now?
I
I
don't
think
know.
we're entering a rabbit hole that is not normal. I think we're entering a rabbit hole that is not made by a rabbit. But- Wow. So the Eagles lose really badly, by the way. Just letting y'all know.
Wait, they did?
Yeah, 34-6.
You mean the Cowboys?
Mhm.
The Cowboys lost.
Yeah, I always
Okay.
said Eagles.
Oh, my picks are saved.
Yeah.
All
But
right.
if you're a Dallas fan, go home. Enjoy your life because you're not enjoying football anytime soon.
That is true.
Welcome to the club.
As this episode winds down, I am now 3-1 on the week.
Oh, like 1-4, 1-3 or something. I don't know. If the Commanders just didn't jump off sides, you'd have a win right now. You'd be the top of the NFC East. All right, Dan Quinn. Like really, you couldn't just tell them don't go jump because that's what they're gonna try and make you do.
Honestly, you could have taken a step back, and if you did jump, you're still there.
They could have, but they would have gone.
I'll be
for it.
real. That was a crazy jump. He jumped
exactly. Like it
from-
wasn't like it was. It wasn't a shift of weight.
Like
he literally
jumped,
just said.
like, no, wrong way.
I think he just committed to it.
He jumped probably.
He
Quarter
committed
of the
to it.
court.
I guess he jumped and he just went, whatever. I'll go. See if they don't see that I'm the only one moving in this entire offensive line and defensive line. But that's why I think that, if we all would have had another win. And I think it's a rough one.
That is true.
But it's been a long one.
Another really long one.
Yeah.
Um,
Me and you just tend to yap. That's why AJ's here to try and balance us out.
everyone, thank you for tuning in today.
Listening. We've had a very
And-
good fluctuation of viewers.
Yeah, it was. It was actually an exuberating day.
Yeah.
I think that's a word, right?
Definitely, sure. I'm not bothering to correct you considering my stature.
To all the veterans out there, thank you for your service. Brian, do you have anything else?
Not really. I think
right.
we're good. And
This has been episode 2 of the QBC Sports Podcast. Once again, I'm here with Ryan Carvalho, and I'm Aiden Quilter. Have a good night.